You're on the punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez. And
how you doing?
Big day. A lot of shit to talk about.
Lots.
So
great week of fights.
Yes, it was.
How'd you enjoy New York?
Yeah. I'm not a, watch how I say it, piss a lot of people off, but I'm not a, New York to me is too busy.
Yeah, it is a busy place, but it's interesting,
Yeah, once you see it, you see it. But yeah, it was all right though. I took the kids and the family out there, and they had a good time. So
how do you get this, Justin? Yeah, I took mine too. We did, and we had a good time with our kids. I mean,
yeah, you can do mine too.
I was happy we missed Monday though, weren't you? Terrorist attack.
Yep. And that's fucked up too, because that was the biggest thing that I was concerned about the entire time out there. I'm not lying. Like,
I know. I heard. Remember we talked about it?
Yeah. Like, my anxiety was for weeks before. A week, 2 weeks before we went, I was paranoid about that. I heard him mention something on the news about it, and there were plots and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy. We got some new changes to the show going on. We're gonna add some people. Maybe after the holidays, we're gonna add some special people to the show and try. We're gonna try something. We're gonna bring some good people into the show and let them.
We're still gonna be having our regular punchline.
Yeah.
Here and there. But yeah, I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun, different.
I don't know if we can release who or what it is yet, but
we'll wait.
It's gonna be a huge surprise though, guys. We had James Lee. What's up, guys? How's the weather? It's like 17 degrees, James, and snowing. Only info on Rigo was slight contusion to hand. Yes, we heard that.
Yeah, it happened when he was climbing through the ropes.
Yeah. It happened from beating that sorry ass trainer he has his ass.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I mean, we've the whole trip was good. It was pretty smooth sailing into the arena and things like that. It wasn't a big deal. We got to hang out with Michael Conlon, and Terrence Crawford. I spent a little time with, and Macklin. Macklin's a good guy.
Macklin. Yep.
You were swamped like normal.
Yeah, it was nice. With them guys, it was good to bullshit with Matthew and talk. I talked to him for probably about 25 minutes the day of the weigh-ins, and
he's a good guy, man.
Yeah, just going over his career, my career, and got their numbers that we like to get them on. So yeah, Conlon on. That's gotta be nice. He's young, up and coming, good talent.
I knew we weren't going to avoid this question long. They're saying, how do you think Lomachenko does against Mikey? Fight's not going to happen, and I'm not worried about it. We talked to Mikey 2 days ago. I talked to Mikey 2 days ago, was it?
Yeah.
What day did we leave? Sunday.
Sunday.
I talked to Mikey Sunday morning. He said he hasn't even talked to anybody about the fight. He's 2 weight classes. Lomachenko just came out in the media and said that he has no plans to fight Mikey because he's not moving up 2 weight classes.
Yeah. And then again on that too, though, I mean, anything can happen.
Oh yeah, anything. But as of right now,
but as of right now, it is a pointless topic to talk about, unless you want to do like dream matchups, because that's pretty much what it is right now, as of right now. But
I think in my humble opinion, I think the next fight you're going to see for Lomachenko is somebody like Gervonta Davis. He's 130. And I think they're at the point right now where they're trying to wash their hands of him already. You know what I mean? From the shit he's pulling. So I think we'll see that come to pass here soon.
That could be a possibility.
You'll see Gervonta Davis or Lipinets talking about moving down to fight him. That Sergey Lipinets kid.
Oh
yeah. There's a whole bunch of different things that can happen at this point.
For people, if they want to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't see too many guys on the brink of becoming a world champion
taking that chance
right now.
But what do you have to lose at that point? Your biggest payday, and you're expected to lose.
Who are these? Not a good fight for Tank Kelly. Yes, I bought Rocky's Tucker. It's gonna be. We're doing a lot of shit to it, and it's going to be really nice. Yes, I can see that. I recall.
Yeah, it's not a good fight for him, but the money's there, and Tank called Lomachenko out.
Yeah.
So
let's hop on the fight now. What a surprise! It was a surprise to me. I thought, that Lomachenko was going to win it. I thought he was going to step on the gas, too. He was going to win a unanimous decision convincingly.
Yes.
I did think that, and I mentioned it.
You did?
I had it, though, at the beginning. I thought it would have been closer, kind of like how the first round played out.
Yeah.
But with Rigondeaux in the second round doing a little more, and I had it between 4 to 4.5 rounds of a chess match with Lomachenko winning those rounds.
Yeah.
But I seen him picking it up at the end. But man, by the second, even if he did, just say his hand was that bad that he couldn't use it.
Yeah.
I've seen guys with broken hands that used them until they went numb and they used them even more.
Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward, he broke his.
But even with a bad hand, does not stop you from being able to move. Every time Rigo went to go move, Loma was already 2 steps ahead of him and making the moves for him.
Oh, yeah.
And just everything about it. It was just, he outclassed him, and I was absolutely surprised. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't be surprised because of how talented, again, as I mentioned in a bunch of pre-fight interviews, how talented Lomachenko is. He's above all. Probably in a very long time there won't be another one, and there hasn't been one in the past. But Rigo, I had him on the same level as talent as Lomachenko.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought it was going to be one of those fights where it was going to be very tactical to the average boxing fan. It was going to be boring, and they weren't going to like it. And they were going
still
to
was tactical.
Yeah, it was a tactical performance by Lomachenko.
No, I think both you still saw some tactical things. I don't think the average fan knew what they were looking at.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know what to say. What he did just left me in awe.
Daniel had nothing to do with being too small, man. I mean, he wasn't too small 72 hours ago or 84 hours ago. He was overskilled. But
yeah, nobody was mentioning that in the fight either.
No.
Before. Nobody was saying that.
No.
I mean, we did, and other people knew, but nobody mentioned that as being an issue during the fight. How many people picked Rigo over Lomachenko?
On the way back when we were getting ready, you made a good point, and I agreed with you. We both made that point where Rigondeaux could not get anything started because Lomachenko never allowed him to plant his rear foot.
Yeah.
Because when he plants his rear foot, he throws his power punches. Every time Rigondeaux would plant his foot, Lomachenko would spin him.
But what I was telling Bruce Champler, though, and I did notice that, and I mentioned that to Bruce Champler, but I said a couple times, though, Lomachenko got lazy and laid over top of
and didn't move back.
Yeah, and was kind of like this, and he was fucking around with him, but with a guy like Rigondeaux who's that fast, Rigondeaux is one of the only few that could pop out of that crouch and throw an overhand left hand.
I agree.
That fast and catch him.
And I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But there's somebody, they said here, how much do you think Pedro Diaz had to do with Rigo quitting? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Pedro Diaz is a wonderful, wonderful amateur coach, probably one of the greatest. But he is not an effective pro coach. I think he single-handedly ruined Cotto for when he fought Austin Trout. Yeah. He just didn't make that jump. There's just sometimes fighters and trainers don't make that jump. They don't ever make that leap, and he's one of them. Low jab, a thing of beauty. Yeah, it is. But
and Dayton, that's exactly what happened with the fight. What he was too skilled, too fast. Rigo couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
that was it. I think also, a lot of times, and not making no excuse for Rigo, but when Rigo goes in and pretty much could get away with what he wants to, like Lomachenko does in fights, okay? Yeah. And I think after, even though Donaire was a little past his prime when Rigo fought him, but he was usually the one that he handled people and did what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then he got in there with a guy like Lomachenko and couldn't do it.
Well, James Lee says, I think Rigo quit mentally. That's how it works. You got to quit mentally first.
Yeah.
I think he quit somewhere around the third round, really, and I think he just pushed himself as far as he could go. But, that fight though, they had a plan. Lomachenko had a plan how to beat him, and they used it.
Now I've seen on some of these boxing groups, and here goes the shit. With
this
people.
Is awesome.
Nobody was giving Lomachenko credit. Nope. Nobody's giving him fucking credit.
No.
Then they're getting into, you know what? And I'm going to get these fucking jackaloons that are going to tell me I'm fucking crazy.
Well, you don't know shit about boxing?
Yeah, exactly. And we're not going to get into this. Because I believe that we've been almost 100% accurate on every fight. And I'm talking about, I didn't call it. James called the knockout, or the stoppage, and quitting on a stool. but usually the wins on the fights.
Well, you're right.
So it was a dominating performance by Lomachenko. So, but what I'm getting into, they're even throwing up now. They're bringing up Mayweather at 130, and they're making it like I said. How many I seen? Mayweather was bad at 130. He would have stopped Lomachenko. Not even close. I mean, now Lomachenko went in again, and this is what we were talking about when the topic of pound for pound came up. But Lomachenko fought a guy who was the fucking Tits McGee. Unbelievable amateur and so skilled that there was not any other fighter out than box that has as many skills as Rigondeaux. And everybody said that before the fight too, until Rigondeaux lost. When Rigondeaux got beat like that, he's not good. Pretty much the way they were saying it, he's not good.
Oh, and then there's crickets. And there's no Rigondeaux fans left. Yeah. Everybody's a Lomachenko fan.
Yeah, and he's not. So now everybody's taking the victory away from Lomachenko. And saying, oh, well, he ain't, well, this, that, every excuse you heard.
Yeah.
This guy went in there against an elite of all elite fighters and absolutely embarrassed him. 15 punches and 4 rounds or
6 rounds.
6 rounds. Yeah, 6 rounds, 5.5 rounds, 6 rounds, and absolutely 15 punches landed from this elite fighter. And you guys are going to sit there and say that Mayweather would stop him at 130. Mayweather hit hard at 130 because that was before Mayweather's hands got really bad. Yeah. And Mayweather was laying it on people. I can see where people are saying that. Mayweather was a bad motherfucker at 130.
But he wasn't that dynamic.
This is a totally different fucking breed right here. He is. Yeah. And you know what? There's a lot of guys I hate that fought, but I had to sit back and be like, you know what? Fucking guy is great.
Yeah.
I like Mayweather, but early on in his career, I was not that big of a fan, and I sat back and I go, you know what? He is at the point. He is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But you have to take into effect what he's done to people, and he fought everybody. My God, I mean, I just don't understand it. Like, and not only are they taking the credit from him, but they're actually saying like that there's a handful of people out there. Who the fuck has the skills that he has? And you know what? And you can't say now that he did it against nobodies, because he did it against a 2-time Olympic Cuban fighter, but more skills than any fighter out there right now or in the last 40 years.
Exactly.
And he did that to him.
Considered other than Savone and maybe what was Angel, the kid that fought in the Leonard in the fucking Olympics. He might have been the greatest Cuban fighter of all time.
Exactly. Some of these fucking people out there, I mean, you could have somebody from heaven come down with a halo and wings and be like, dude, listen, Lomachenko is the baddest. Nobody. We didn't create a human being for boxing better than Lomachenko, and you have people out there like, fuck that.
Let me tell you this. Last night, we brought Roger Romo on one of those boxing pages, who is involved with Team Lomachenko, one of the coaches. And he was there to answer questions. Whatever they wanted to know, he was going to answer their questions for them. These dumb motherfuckers argued with him. Somebody who's intimately involved with the team argued with them on their plan. I told Roger, I said, me and Kelly were wondering if that's what you guys planned with his back foot. And he said, yes, that was part of the plan, was to keep him off balance the whole night by, when he sat himself, to move him or push him backwards.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that didn't happen. The motherfucking coach just fucking told you this is what happened.
Yeah.
And Simon, my Army teammate.
These are guys that, because they sit in fucking boxing groups all day long, and they may pick out of 80 fights out of the year, they may pick 40 of them, and they're fucking all time.
Don't forget we're racist now.
Yeah, no, that's the fucking other one.
Simon, my Army teammate, my good friend, we've known him for years, went to basic training together. No. He said, first round made me think Rigondeaux had a shot, but Lomo took over. It reminded me of Terry Norris versus Mildred Taylor. Most thought it was going to be a great fight, but it was hard to find anyone that picked Taylor to win that fight. I agree. That's what I thought, too. I thought it was going to be close, that first round.
So Richard Matthews is watching on YouTube. Richard agrees with you guys that Lomachenko is that good, but he says, but now there's no big money fights for him at 130.
No, but Gervonta Davis would bring some money in because he has a contingency, an audience, and he has a following because he's such a charismatic person.
To be honest with you, I don't. I don't care how much if you only bulked up to 138. Lomachenko went up to 138 fight night. He's gonna have a hard time making 130.
James, we usually go about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but let's go with let's go with the whole. I want to go with the whole racism and
No, don't stop talking.
No. I'm talking about that seems to be the go-to when you don't agree with somebody anymore. You know what I mean? Like you don't.
It's sick. It's the ones that do that. Those are the racist ones.
I mean, I have never.
They are.
I have never had anybody call me a racist. Like, what am I racist against? I'm half white, half Mexican. What am I racist against? You know, one of our best friends on the show, Anthony's black.
Yeah.
He works on the show. He's one of my best friends and yours.
My good friend of my personal trainer is black. My guy that's running my gym
is black.
Is black.
But that's what we're like.
You know, my 2 out of my 3 best friends are Mexican.
Yeah, but I just was taken aback. Like, really, they're going to go to that level because we disagreed on Lomachenko Rigondeaux.
Yep. Oh, and Broner Garcia. Because what was said was this. They said, Benny Ace had made the post. Why are races separated in big fights? Why do they do that? Why do Royce Jones said James got some black in him.
I do, 14%. Royce, whether he does anything with Lomachenko anyway, he's still going to get paid.
Royce made a good point there. That's a fight for Mikey.
What?
Also is Javante.
Too small. Javante's 30.
Well,
Mikey's on his way to 47.
Yeah.
You know, the best fight for Mikey right now would be Terrence Crawford. He's bigger. But that's the biggest fight that we could hope for right now. Just like you could vote for Crawford versus Errol Spence. It's one of the biggest out there. Right now, I think
that's going to be the fight needed, in my opinion, to solidify that pound for pound.
And like I said, guys,
right now it's Lomo.
Yeah. Well, like I said, guys, right now the rumor is who's Mikey fighting. We talked to Mikey a few days ago, and he says so far it looks like Omar Figueroa. Nothing's 100% in boxing. We all know that. You can negotiate to the final minute, and then they can disagree on trump colors or gloves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And say fuck the whole thing. But right now it's Omar Figueroa. Robert Easter was supposed to fight Mikey, and then Robert Easter priced himself out. He wanted $2.2 million to fight.
Jesus, yeah.
Liam.
That would have been a good one, too.
There's a Liam, I think it's Riley, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. He says, awesome analysis, fellas. Do you think it's unfair fans want Lomo to keep moving up weight classes for challenges?
No, it's not. Fans for the most part always want the best fights.
Yeah.
You know, it's not their fault, but they watch boxing for entertainment, you know?
As long as they don't want him to move astronomically up in weight out of his weight classes against... Like, honestly, I think it's an unfair fight. People, if somebody said, "Oh, have him fight Spencer Crawford,"
I think Lomachenko finishes career at 47. I can see that.
Say Champ Ross is on here, and he says he can't agree with you guys more. He says these fans and boxing groups that Kelly is talking about are mad because ESPN and other media places are putting Lomachenko up there with greats when he has only 11 fights.
Well, me and Kelly, we had a disagreement on the way home. We talked for about a good hour and a half on the way home. We had the power pound for pound list, and on top of Kelly's was Lomachenko number 1.
Yeah.
My number 1 is Terrence Crawford. And it's not that I disagree with them. I think it's so thin. It's razor thin between the two. But I went on the way that Crawford's beat his opponents, and also I went on all the world champions he's beat. He beat 8 world champions in a row.
Okay, but if you're going to go on the way he beat his opponents...
One guy, though.
Lomachenko had made 4 now.
Okay.
Good opponents.
3.
Retire.
3.
From frustration.
3.
Okay, this fight with Rigondeaux that everybody in boxing has been waiting to see, a 2-time Olympic world champion and probably one of the most talentedly or skilled fighters ever in boxing, and he went in there and embarrassed them.
Yeah.
And does it with everybody that he fights at only 11 pro fights.
Like I said.
How do you not able to win like that? Now, if Crawford beats a Spence, I say after winning all the belts, unifying and everything else, I say Crawford is number one.
He already has unified them all.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But if he just has to fight a guy like, because you unify a fight though, that all comes down. All that really is. If fucking Taylor wouldn't have vacated the 2 belts, I would have been a unified fucking world champion. It's a fight that where whoever the guy gives up his belts, you can't help that.
Yeah.
So that don't carry any weight, at least for me with boxing. That's nothing. But yeah, if he beats us now, he's number 2. I give Crawford the number 2 spot definitely, and it is kind of close. But I think that Lomachenko took that over with that performance against an opponent like that. Well, Crawford has not fought an opponent like Rigondeaux.
Well, that's not his fault. That's the weight he's in. That's not his fault.
It's not Lomachenko's fault that he ain't fight the people that Crawford did before Rigondeaux.
But Lomachenko had the chance to fight those people that had good people, and he didn't fight them.
Crawford has a chance to fight people.
And then when he did step up, he lost to Salido.
Crawford could have jumped a while ago to
what I'm saying,
47.
Crawford beat Indongo. He beat Beltran. Ricky Burns.
Crawford made Indongo look like
Beltran's finally trying to get moving. Come on.
He's the world champion, man. Okay, Ricky Burns. Okay. Postal. You're not going to tell me Postal's not badass, dude. Right?
All right.
Jose Sanabria. Dude, he's 8 world champions he's took out in a row. Not one world champion, 3 fights, another champion. I'm talking about champion. And the list went on.
But
and
Lomachenko did this fight. What Lomachenko did this last fight, though, against that type of the best opponent out there, that better than any type of opponent that Crawford has faced, and how he embarrassed it was not even competitive.
Even Damon says Sosa gave Lomachenko issues. Mariaga gave Lomachenko issues.
Sosa didn't give him Lomachenko. Lomachenko was so bored in that fight.
Should
you
he?
Even said that too.
He is. But should,
even said
he
that,
was bored.
That wasn't even.
But should they have been around that long? When guys that Crawford fights, he puts them the fuck away. He don't play with them. They go away. He's knocked out all those dudes. Knockout. I think I gotta go with Crawford right now, man. Maybe you let Lomo fight maybe Gervonta Davis or get another good fight in there. It'll change. It can flip any time. You know what? Errol Spence comes down and beats fucking Crawford. He'll move up to the number 1 spot. Errol Spence fights anybody at this point. Yeah. I mean, right now, like you said,
I was the one that said that. I said
no one's reached out and grabbed it.
Before this fight, I said that there has to be a big fight right before Lomachenko Rigondeaux got made. I said there has to be a fight where somebody goes in like a Spence Crawford, Lomachenko, and Rigondeaux. And somebody has to have that type of fight to get that number 1 spot since Ward retired.
Oh, they just brought up Klimov, too. Klimov is a badass. Justin, can you bring up the box rec on Terrence Crawford, please?
You can bring the box rec up all you want.
But the people, man.
I understand, but I'm just going off the last victory that Lomachenko. If Lomachenko had a tough fight and it was a controversial win for Lomachenko, I would say Crawford. I'm not lying.
You mean like Salido?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he lost.
But he lost, and it was a second pro fight for a world title.
Was it really? Because he had how many 8 World Series of boxing fights?
Okay, I got it up.
He fought professionally and was getting paid $70,000 per fight.
You have to go off the performance that he just had.
Guys, this is going to end up being our last show because we're starting to argue.
I'm just not understanding after that performance that he had against
It was a great performance, but it wasn't enough to move past Crawford. What was the last 6 fights?
We've got in a row Indongo,
Diaz, Cuban Olympian,
Molina, Postal, Lundy,
John Molina, Lundy,
John or Gene?
John.
Molina.
John, Delorme?
Thomas Delorme, another champion.
You put Molina, so you're counting Molina.
Was he a champion? Yes, he was.
All right.
Okay, but now Hank Lundy's good, right? Jean Derry's good.
Lundy's tough.
We got Beltran, Gamboa, Ricky Burns.
Gamboa. A good Gamboa. Klimov.
Sanabria.
Jose Sanabria.
Prescott.
Right. Well, the thing with the pound.
The babies of Prescott. Bredis. That's who knocked out Khan, right? Amir Khan? I don't know, man. I'm giving Terrence Crawford.
I just don't. I'm saying.
What is he, 32-0?
After a performance like that against the top.
What do you?
I know. I'm just saying.
Who do you got? Who do you got number 1?
I don't give a fuck if Lomachenko didn't fight anybody at all ranked. Not even ranked in the fucking top 100. After what he did to Rigondeaux, that's. I mean.
I'm biased towards Lomachenko, but I've been a Lomachenko fanboy. I watched him fight on an undercard 5 years ago on pay-per-view, and I was like, wow, you know. And I thought he looked really sharp then because I hadn't seen anybody move like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I mean, it had been, and he came in. He was like he was right before the two. There were two main events on that fight. It was a pay-per-view, and the first two fights were kind of like boring. I mean, it was boring to watch, and then he just came in, and I was like, holy shit! I mean, he just looked smooth, and I was like, I said, I don't want to sound racist, but I was like, man, he moves really sly for a fucking white guy. And I was like, Jesus, I was like,
yeah. No, you know what? The thing is this, like, it could go either way. Like I said, like I love Lomachenko. No one can accuse me of not loving Lomachenko.
Because
oh, now I hate Lomachenko.
No, because when Lomachenko fucking beats Terrence Crawford at 147 in a year and a half, and he knocks out, and he makes them both retire in a corner, I don't want to hear you go, fucking told you to give it Lomachenko, man.
When have I ever done that? I love Lomachenko, and I rooted for him against everybody. But some of our family and some of our friends work with Lomachenko, right?
Dude, yeah. Listen,
dude, we're in.
Now I'm hopping on this. Like, I ain't taking Crawford. I said is number 2. Crawford is a bad motherfucker. Crawford can fight, but I still got a guy like Spence. But he's tight in that number 2 spot with Spence.
Yeah, but Spence isn't fighting. He's not active. He's been sat for how many months now?
That's not his fault.
It was the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. It was the first time I saw him fight.
Lomachenko is different, man. Kelly, how's the guitar, bro? Joshua Allen.
Oh, yeah. I tried playing it, and I got frustrated because my fingers don't stretch to hit the chords.
Hi, Christy. Christy Sizemore.
Richard Matthews says Mikey Garcia is a better matchup for Crawford than Lomachenko.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you on that.
I agree with that.
I agree, but let me tell you what. Me and Kelly were talking about this too. People are saying, oh, Lomachenko's going to run over Mikey. What universe do they think that's going to fucking happen? Mikey's not going to quit on a stool.
No.
You're not going to run over a guy that
First of all, Mikey's size, he's too technical. He works the body, which is going to keep Lomachenko on edge. But I'm not saying Mikey Garcia is going to beat Lomachenko.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is you will have a fight that's worth paying for.
Yeah.
But do I think it's possible Mikey beats Lomachenko? Absolutely.
It's not out of question because of the size.
He's bigger.
Yeah.
He might hit harder.
And with a fight like that, size does mean a lot.
And then I've been hearing, yeah, it does. It meant something in Gamboa. But what I'm saying is this. A lot of people, they on these sites were saying, oh, Mikey's one-dimensional. Mikey has flat-footed. As a motherfucker, when he fought Broner, he was the best in sliced bread. Yeah. Now that Lomachenko won.
Well, they said that before Broner, too.
Yeah, though. But after he beat Broner.
Then everything changed.
He became number 5 on pound-for-pound list, right? And now Mikey's back to being flat-footed and fucking like a duck. He can't walk around. He's like, they think he's Brandon Rios. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think, going back to the pound-for-pound real quick, I think whoever fights the most at 147 in that weight class and comes out as you undisputed welterweight champion, I think if you want to go on who's fought who and everything else, you have to go whoever's the top dog at 147.
Yeah. You know what, Damon? I have Estrada beating Runga Vyasi, or how you say it. Remember the Thailand kid that beat Chocolatito? Yeah. He's fighting Estrada, the one that fought the dude underneath. He's fighting the dude on the undercard. That fought on the undercard. I can't think of his name. Rudy trained him. But Estrada's fighting that guy. Yeah. I can't say his name. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a great fight. I mean, if it ever happens. But right now, it's not something Mikey and them are heading that direction to.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Mikey and Figueroa, I think, more than anything, and you're probably going to see Tank and Lomachenko.
That sounds about the way it should be too.
Yeah, I mean, if that fight's going to happen, they're going to save that fight. You're not going to catch it right away. Bob Arum probably done dead and buried by the time that fight fucking happens. He was looking pretty old, man. He was 86 the other day, right?
But Matthews said Bob Arum said Lomachenko is the best fighter he's had since the greatest Muhammad Ali, which was the most incredible fighter in the world has seen.
Yeah, but you got to take that with a grain of salt. Bob Arum's his promoter. He's going to say all kind of shit. He's probably telling people he has a 16-inch dick. You know what I mean?
What if he does?
He might.
Yeah, he might.
But that's Bob Arum's job.
What if Bob's seen it?
But he probably has. That's Bob Arum's job to tell people that. You know what I mean? He said he'd walk through Mikey because, and then what? Bob has sour grapes because Mikey left. You know?
David says, "Where's
Golovkin? Golovkin's in there. I think 3 or 4, 3, 4. You know.
4.
But Golovkin's fight with Canelo kind of. It
His
wasn't
fight
that
with
far
Danny
apart.
Jacobs,
It wasn't that Danny Jacobs. It wasn't that far apart.
That's my point. That's another one I get mad. I mean,
I had Jacobs
too
winning.
controversial. Fucking. I don't think the Canelo fight was controversial. I think if they fight again after watching it, that Canelo could beat him. I'm being honest.
I agree.
But if he fights the right fight after seeing what he did and how he came out in the first 3 rounds, but he had two close fights where boxing people don't think Triple G lost, and yet people still got this guy up on a fucking pedestal that's like he's unstoppable.
Yeah. Well, they're saying they don't think Tate mixes with Loma for 2 years. We've been David Ball and Chris. Well, that's what I would think too, guys. But we talked to some higher ups at Top Rank and that are involved with Heyman that were there, and they were saying that I'm not going to give any names out but they were saying that they're at the point where they're washing hands with Tank Davis, and right now they're doing what they want to do with him and Broner, and just kind of cash in on him now. They know where he's limited. You know, they're going to cash in on the guy.
Be headaches.
How come Runga Viasi didn't bump up knocking it? Because he knocked out a chocolate teeth, though, that, you know, that might have been old, that already lost the first time to him, so it didn't do much to fix him. You know, he's already lost to him once. It was a rematch.
Yeah.
87 on December 8. What's that?
I don't know. D-Rock, not enough big wins. Jermaine Taylor didn't get it for beating B-Hop. No.
Kelly, you would knock G out. I would agree with that, too.
Oh.
Our first phone call is
Steve Forbes.
Steve Forbes, WBC champion.
That's fine.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's up, Kelly?
What's going on? You're on the punchline.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hold on one sec. I'm sorry.
Our guest told us to hold on.
Yeah, what's on? What's up, man? Glad to be on.
Cool, man. What do you got going on?
We just did our show. I just finished training these MMA guys in boxing, and so
there you go.
now we just relaxing now.
There you go.
Sounds good. How's that working the MMA stand up going for you? How do you like it?
Oh, I love it, man. These guys are getting better and better, and a lot of them, man, are like knocking guys out too. So that's pretty cool. You know, seeing you incorporate some boxing, like real boxing, to help them. You know, help them out with what the other things that they do good. So,
you know, James more so to me is you know, knows the MMA, but that's not all I see anymore. Is a lot of MMA guys, you know, doing the boxing, working on the stand up part of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, too with you know, Conor fighting Floyd, that kind of boomed up a lot of guys wanting to get their boxing game a lot better too. So it's good for me because MMA, it's a lot of MMA guys out here from where I'm from. I mean, like Randy Couture from here, all those guys are from here, so it's pretty cool. Helping out, you know, some of those guys that used to train at his gym and stuff like that.
I don't think Randy Couture was a type of fighter though that would ever want to learn how to punch. I mean, he knows how to punch, but that dude loved the ground, man.
He loved on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But so what else you got going on other than that?
Well, we promoted our first show on Saturday. It was a pro-am show, and it was cool, man. It was sold out. It packed out. It was standing room only. You know, it was our very first one. There hasn't been a pro boxing show here where I'm from in like 12 years. So we packed it out, man, and it was great. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, one of my good friends fought on your card, actually. Armando Ancona. He fought in the main event, I think, on your card, right?
Oh yeah, from Ohio.
Yeah, from Columbus. He's a good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
He played professional football before he boxed.
Wow. Yeah.
I think so it was pretty interesting. I saw the fight. I'm happy to see that you're doing good with the promoting and everything. It seems to be your thing, your niche.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because I always wanted to do it, even when I fought. It just, you tie it in the contract and you can't really. But I always had a thing for it. I always kind of looked at fights and said, man, if it was me, I would do this. And that was our first one, so it went well. But there's some things we can make better. But not bad for the first one, not bad at all. So I'm excited about what's next. And I think it is my niche. I mean, I have a good time doing it. So I like it.
What did you think about the fights this weekend? How did you think Lomachenko and Rigondeaux? How did you have that going?
Oh, wow, man, Lomachenko, he's like a little scientist, man. I mean, to make. I even watched it again today. Just so I didn't miss anything when I talked to you guys. I mean, what can you say about Lomachenko? I mean, he's a student, man. They got a good thing going on. Him and his dad, they really study boxing and they do all this high tech type training stuff, and it seems to be working, man. I love his angles. He's able to maneuver and turn and he's making guys quit, man. He's making some really good, solid guys quit.
Well, that's what me and James were talking. We were talking about before you called in. He was fighting a guy in Rigondeaux who did the same thing he did, who was supposed to be every bit as talented and skilled as him, and for him to go in there and just do that. What was your prediction before the fight, though? What did you think it was going to happen?
My prediction before. And this is what I had said to somebody. I said, you know what? To be honest, I like both guys. I said, but I think maybe Rigondeaux waited too long. Maybe they waited too long to have him fight my guy. Lomachenko. They waited too long. I think he kind of stalled out. I mean, I thought Lomachenko was, of course, the bigger guy. He was more effective. And so I favored Lomachenko going in, but I said if there was anybody that could beat him, it would be. I wouldn't be surprised if Rigondeaux won the fight. Yeah. But Lomachenko did exactly what I seen him do many times before, and he did it against an A super fighter. So
exactly.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Thanks for clearing up that Super A fighter part too, because that was also a discussion of our pound for pound, why we have who number one. But
we almost lost the show a few minutes ago arguing over our pound for pound list.
No, I didn't get that mad. Yeah. I didn't. I was just going off.
He was pissed.
I was going off of how he handled as a super fighter.
He was gonna Jermaine Taylor me right here in the fucking studio.
Oh,
you know what I said? I'm like, Steve, I'm telling you the truth. I told him Terrence Crawford was number one pound for pound. He almost hit me.
No, I didn't. I think Crawford.
Ask Justin. Did you see how mad he got?
I think Crawford is a legit. I can't even say that because I still have Spence up there, but you could put Crawford in at number two. That's my opinion. So for me, I will get.
You know what? I agree with you, Kelly. I don't have Crawford number one. And I'll tell you why I don't have him number one. The biggest name on his record is a small guy that was an Olympic guy too, my favorite one, I like.
But as James would say, they were champions though.
Postal, Indongo, wait, Postal, Indongo, Beltran.
James is getting mad.
Ray Beltran, man.
Getting mad.
That guy can fight. No, these kids can fight.
And Beltran can fight.
Ricky Burns.
Beltran, had some hard luck decisions too. But I just think as far as top quality fighters, I think Keith Thurman has beaten everyone. I mean,
but what is Keith Thurman's crazy living in the Himalayas somewhere. You ain't gonna see him for a long time.
Yeah, and Steve, on that though, I'm gonna kind of like bounce around on this, but now I honestly still overall I agree with James that Crawford still has a better resume than Lomachenko. Lomachenko has 11 fights, 12 fights.
Yeah, no, okay. I agree.
Okay, but after this victory, what a guy like Rigondeaux, who is that skilled and that talented, and to go in there and make him quit on his stool and dominate that fight like that against, and Rigondeaux was a better opponent than any person that Crawford has faced, even though Crawford has faced more champions. For him to be able to do that puts him number one easily.
I wish they had another category for really tough. If they had a category for the most dominating fighters, absolutely. I would have Lomachenko.
Lomachenko still wouldn't be number one on the most dominating. I'd have Roy Jones ahead of him.
What do you mean?
What's that?
If they had a list for the most dominating fighter, like Steve was talking about in history, I would have Roy Jones ahead of him.
Lomachenko has done with these guys.
Roy Jones was the most dominant fighter for that time.
Never has done what Lomachenko has done to these guys, and has never done it to a Rigondeaux type fighter.
Bernard Hopkins.
He's
James
never done it to him, but he's never
Virgil Hill. Come on,
those guys are not.
He's never dominated. The Bernard Hopkins and fight was against Roy was kind of close. I mean, I thought Roy won, especially the first one, but it kind of showed that Bernard could fight.
Bro, James.
And I've never seen any top level guy dominated like how Rigondeaux was dominated. Like not like that. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Not like that. And they can just take away everything, that was masterful.
This show's about to become the Steve Forbes and Kelly Pavlik show. I'm about to quit.
Steve,
I'm about to quit.
Your show is going to get bigger and bigger because we got more fighters to talk about now. I mean, we have so many different fighters now that are starting to capture our attention, which is great.
Steve, I'm gonna have you on every fucking week.
Nah, I am literally taking the computer. I'm taking Justin and the porn star with me, and we're fucking leaving and getting our own show.
James, you know what James does? James is just, I think he's trying to get these ratings up. He's like a Stephen A. Smith. That's his whole purpose on his show. Get everybody fucking worked up.
I told you, I'm taking Justin, the computer, and the porn star, and we're leaving.
Oh, shit. She's not.
She's a nude model. I'm sorry, but I'm taking the nude model with us.
But, I'm glad, Steve, that you agree with me on that, though. But
yeah, no, I do. I mean,
this is taking nothing away from
look. I just had a humble amateur career. I'm not a world champion like you two. I don't know, but I'm just saying what, like, you know what, I'm just Steve A. Smithin' out there. I'm just spitballing. But you know what? I am excited for your career. I mean, for your after career and stuff. Do you ever miss it? Do you ever miss being in the ring?
You know what? I do. Yeah, I kind of do sometimes, and I'm thinking about, but you know what? Now, once I could sit and have a nice, nice piece of food or anything, a nice little drink or anything, and I can chill back and I'll say, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch it and help guys.
Yeah.
I don't need to take that, so.
Exactly.
I do kind of miss it sometimes, but.
I bet.
No.
But it feels good being able to eat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels good not to be able to make weight. I'm going to work out a little more now because I'm like, all right, you know what, I'm getting kind of a little bit more out of shape. I gotta do something. So I started working out a little bit today.
That's what
and I'm gonna keep going. But
that's what was asked to me at the weigh-ins for Lomachenko. Somebody was like, "You gonna make a comeback?" I said, "Listen, the only way I make a comeback is if they're offering me $10 million in this fucking heavyweight because I'm not going on a diet. I'm not losing weight. So that's the only $10 million in heavyweight.
Yeah.
Especially when you've done it your whole life, Kelly, like your whole life.
Yeah.
You like, forget that. Not no more. Not
Especially
anymore.
me being 6'2" and having to make 160, I turn sideways and stick my tongue out. I look like a zipper. So. But, hey, Steve, we got a question for you from a YouTube guy real quick. He wants to...
Steve, Liam Riley, he wants to know, what do you feel is the biggest challenge in training fighters?
What's the biggest challenge for the fighters?
For training fighters.
When you're training them.
The biggest challenge is, just getting for guys to listen. I mean, to actually try what you tell them.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of guys that, some of them have never fought, You know, they never did boxing, but their dad taught them something when they were 6 years old, and they just won't let it go. And I'm like, that's incorrect, man. You're gonna get hurt doing that move. You know, you can't do that. So just getting guys to listen. I find it that females they listen a lot better than the guys do.
Yes, exactly.
When training.
They do.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
They
do shape too.
Well, no, I've trained people in MMA and I've trained boxers, and the men would come in and you say, hey, what are you working on? They say, well, I'm 7-2-0 in street fights right off the bat. Yeah. A woman comes into a gym and you ask them their goals, they tell you their goals. They're like, hey, I'm in your hands. You tell me what needs to be done and I'll do it. It's a whole different mindset.
Absolutely. Yep.
And and you know, I was telling Kelly a while back. I remember when you were on the Contender the second season, a friend of mine was on that same episode, Michael Clark.
Oh yeah, Mike Clark,
Yeah, and I was and you know what? When Mike Clark went on that show, I told him Steve Forbes is gonna whoop your ass, and he's like, nah. He didn't even make it that far. K9 pushed him out, didn't he?
Yeah, he beat him the first show.
Yeah, because they made a big deal about Mike. They were showing the clips of him dominating sparring partners and all that, and then he just got ate up. He got ate up, and I told him, I said, Steve's gonna win. I said, Steve's gonna win that show.
Yeah.
But that was a good season.
That was great. Yeah.
Well, Steve, hey man, it's an honor having you on.
Yes, it is.
And I am definitely, you got to come on more. It does well for me.
Absolutely.
When you come on.
With much respect to you, Kelly, man. And both of you guys, man. It was a pleasure just coming on, hanging out with you guys.
Anytime. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you on anytime.
Yeah, and if anything comes up, honestly, Steve, you got my number. If you got another show you're promoting or whatever we could do to help out, man, just shoot me a text and let me know.
Will do. No problem.
All right, my man. Well, hey, we'll talk to you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, champ. Appreciate it.
That was Steve Forbes.
Oh, and Steve Forbes, what a good dude. And then somebody said, there's been some questions, I know, but we couldn't get to everybody during the thing. What great fighter did Loma beat at 22? I don't know. Hey, I'm not taking that away from Lomachenko. He is awesome. He's amazing. He's one of my favorites. But I had to make a decision between the two. But
you heard Steve.
What?
You heard Steve.
I didn't hear Steve. And it says, Delilah's being horny again. She's saying, guns on point, tame your boy down. She's talking about your arms.
Yeah. Hey, Melissa, I love the Contender, too. I loved it, especially when Grady Brewer won it after I knocked him out in the second round.
Yeah. It said, they're talking about Roy Jones and dominate Hopkins. Nobody's ever dominated Hopkins in his prime, so it didn't matter, but he still beat him. But
yeah, that was a good fight, that Hopkins and Roy fight.
It was, and so was Roy and James Sonny.
And you got to remember, too, on that, and I love Roy, so I'm not putting him down, but that wasn't Hopkins' best at that time either. When
I hope Roy Roy's a friend of ours. I hope he pops on here and talks shit.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying he beat Hopkins, but that was not the best Hopkins at the time when he beat him.
I know, but Roy is a friend of ours. I hope he comes on here and just starts raising hell.
Let Roy come on.
Okay, Roy, if you're out there, come out.
Come on, Roy. We need you on.
Hi, Christy. Roy better get on here. Dane wants to know, how about a fighter's emotions? How does Steve deal with fighters that are? I can't answer for Steve, but I can answer for me how I dealt with fighters' emotions. The thing is, when you train a fighter, and Kelly can tell you too, with every fighter you have a different personality and a different person. You have to treat them all as individuals. You can't treat all your fighters the same way. No. You have to deal with them as people first.
What works for one fighter does not work for another.
You get in the corner and slap one fighter, that might wake him up.
And that's all aspects of the sport. What time they want to run.
Yep.
What time they want to do their strength and conditioning. What time they may want to come to the boxing gym. You can't dictate. You have to a certain extent. You got to let a fighter do what he wants.
You got to.
To a certain extent, though.
Christy's back. She's hot. She's hot, man. That's my girl, though. But Roy fought B-Hop with one hand. I just think Roy at that time period in his life was the most exciting fighter I've ever seen.
Because it was new to you, though, and it wasn't. I mean, it was new to me. It was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking...
Yeah, but if he fought any generation like that, it would be a fucking amazing. If a Roy Jones came out tomorrow, I'd be impressed. I'd be like, Jesus Christ. The speed, the power, the movement.
You know, Roy got blasted for a long time by people in boxing.
Of course.
And me, about also the guys he fought. So, I mean, you're going on... You bring that into the subject, too. It's going to make a lot of people mad, because I could also say that.
Yeah.
Like,
They
he was
said,
awesome against who, though?
They're saying, should James DeGale get a rematch? I don't think so. I don't know why he would. He lost pretty easily. I think maybe if anybody needs a rematch, it'd be Farmer, who won who most people say won 9 or 10 of the rounds that he fought in and got robbed. Johnny Chingus is watching, and Delilah. And David said, if you can't see Loma's greatness, you don't know the sport. Fact. Well, we all see the greatness, but there's other great fighters out there too.
Where are you going at on that?
I just scrolled back because we missed a lot because we missed a lot. What did you guys think of the UK card, Selby and Yard, Truax? I was actually surprised Truax won. He's old school guy, and I was happy to see him win a fight. I was really happy to see him do well. But yeah, I mean, but getting back, I mean, we can argue all day on the pound for pound list, and it's going to change again in a month. It's going to, people are going to bounce around on that list.
I think I changed my mind. I think Beltran should be number 1.
Beltran's good, man.
No, you know what? I like the dude.
He's such a nice...
The reason why, listen, he shouldn't be. He's not like he's fighting his ass off for a couple of reasons.
Yeah,
and
he deserves it.
Yeah, and he does, and I like Beltran a lot. But,
dude, have you seen the knockouts he's laid on people lately?
Be nice. Yeah, dude, he's got a hell of a left hook.
He's a good fighter.
Mean left hook.
Who is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Damon, why are you making these questions so hard for us?
Jeez.
Fuck.
Okay,
5.
9 guys.
Okay, let me think. 5 would be Thurman. 6 would be Mikey. 7 would be that ring of those eyes 7.
Going on, I would. Well, Mikey's pretty
8,
active too.
Canelo.
I would have Canelo ahead of Thurman, to be honest.
Would you?
Yes.
Well, maybe since Thurman hasn't been fighting and he's in the Himalayas, fucking elephants or whatever he's doing right now. I don't know.
I'll put my dog Wilder. I put Wilder at 7 for the heavyweight division.
Wilder's done what he can to make that list. Mm-hmm. Do I think his style? Do I like it? His style? No. I think he gets excited, he gets crazy, but it doesn't take away from that power. That power is legit.
Put Joshua at
9.
110.
110. 150.
Stephen Connolly, Mayweather or Loma.
At 30?
Yeah.
Oh, Lomachenko, man. I just think, well, at the same amount of fights or what? You know what I mean? At what level are we talking about Floyd at 30? Floyd had what, 15 fights, 14 fights at 130? 16?
Put him in
16,
top.
yeah. I don't know. Delilah's still lusting. Can you stop moving the guns? I'm only here for the gun show.
Who's moving? What guns?
Your arms. She's talking about your arms.
No, I can't. I gotta move. I wore a big shirt. Ooh, Delilah.
Steven.
Richard Matthews says he thinks any one of the is it pronounced Carlo brothers?
Charlo
brothers would be Canelo.
I don't think so.
No.
And then Liam Riley, he said, great interview, guys. He says, always interesting seeing a fighter turn into a trainer. He wants to know if Kelly's ever thought about being a trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one day he's going to be a good one.
Actually,
Here in April.
Opening the gym. Hopefully by spring, if not spring, by summer.
Steven, let me ask you this. Who is there in the heavyweight division that Wilder has to beat? I mean, he's beat who he's been required to beat, and he's beat them pretty easily. So that would be, it's not always he's beats who he's there. You can't control who's there and who's not.
Yeah. What's D-Rock laughing at?
I don't know. Loma will win over Floyd, and you know what? I actually believe he would beat Floyd.
I agree. I totally agree.
Floyd's biggest fight at 130 was Diego Corrales, and he looked amazing in it.
He did.
But was it more of Diego having trouble making weight? Because Diego was fucking 140 trying to make 30. I mean, he was killing. The dude was 6 foot, you know, 6'1". He might have been close to your height.
Yep. I know. I go and I say when I go back, I think Floyd at 130 was very dangerous.
Fury was suspended for 2 years for messing with that Peruvian marching powder, bro. Nothing you can do about that. Fury right now weighs 340 fucking pounds and dancing with those.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that one video?
Dancing with pool noodles in his gym. He ain't trying to fight. Come on, man.
Cankles.
Sitting there wearing a medium shirt and he's fucking 6'6", 380.
I didn't want to talk to him. 6'6".
No.
I'm over 6'9".
He's fucking huge, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 6'9".
But no, he's a big motherfucker. No, but I'm saying, look, man, I'm just saying, like, you can't hold that against Wilder for not fighting him. He's been off for 2 years in drug rehab.
Fucking, you know, and I think I honestly think that.
Well, Chris, tell me who. Tell me who he needs to beat. Who's out there for him to beat? Joshua. They can only do so much. Ortiz just barely came back. They were trying to figure out with him because he's 47 years old on blood pressure meds.
And he blew the fight with Wilder.
He did. He blew the fight with Wilder
for illegal fucking
testing positive.
Yeah.
But then they said it was blood pressure medication and all that. So I don't know.
But either way, medication would fucking do that.
But what I'm saying is these guys that you're naming off have fucked themselves out of that fight. Is it Wilder's fault? I'm not a Wilder fan. I'll be the first to tell you that. I do not like Wilder. But it's not his fault. And the way he has beaten people has been pretty fucking dominant.
Yeah. I think he beats Joshua.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think if Joshua comes in 7 or 8 pounds different, lighter, I think it's going to make a hell of a lot difference.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. You can't. Genetics.
Yeah, but taking some of that muscle off will make a big deal.
Yeah, how are you going to take it off?
Lean out a little bit. You can lean out. Quit lifting and lean out.
That's probably all genetics.
You ever see those linemen in the NFL that are or at those defensive linemen, they're fucking huge, and then they retire and they get real thin, like Mandrich and all that. They just
You're going to get in shape. You're going to be boxing stretches the muscles and works them and tears fibers and makes you ripped.
Yeah,
but he's already ripped. He's big. He got hardly no fat on him. That's all genetics. I mean, even if he cuts the food away, he's really going to deplete the muscles. Yeah. He already has a problem because he's so muscular, genetically wise, that he gets tired that quick.
Well, yeah.
You're not going to lose. Like if he was fat, you could.
I know, but I think taking a few pounds,
you can take some pounds off,
and make him move a little better.
But the guy's solid.
Yeah,
I don't think he lifts weights to be that much weights. I think that's genetics.
Why I don't like Wilder? It's not that I don't like him as a person. I just think he's very undisciplined. Not outside the ring and not his training. He's undisciplined in the ring. He doesn't follow his technique. He doesn't follow his corner's advice. Maybe that's why I'm not a big fan. But power's the great equalizer. You know what I mean? But I think the heavyweight landscape's going to change next year when Usyk moves into the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
Usyk is a monster.
Yeah, and he's going to bring that speed because he ain't going to be overly big.
He's 220, 225.
Yeah, and he's just going to be sharp. Yeah,
and now you're hearing rumbling of Kovalev. Fuck, moving into cruiserweight division. Oh my god.
Wow.
Dude, he's a monster.
Yeah. Well, he won't be a monster. I don't know how much of a monster he'll be at that weight, though.
At cruiserweight?
Yeah.
He carries a lot of power. We never did talk about Kovalev, what he did in that fight with. He looked good.
I thought he looked phenomenal. Well, not phenomenal, but I thought for everything he had going against him, he went in against the guy and did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking shit, counting him out, and as it goes, and he went and took care of business.
Yeah. Damon, are you calling into the show today? What time is it? Do you know what though?
7 o'clock.
Okay, he should be calling in. He wants to talk about the fight. There it is.
Yellow.
Yo.
What's up?
Uh-oh.
What's up, fellas?
Hold on, let me plug in the thing. Kelly knocked it out because he's.
Why you did that, Kelly?
There he goes with blaming people.
Why you did that, Kelly?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Pure accident.
I'm chilling, literally chilling.
Vato,
there's another snowstorm coming through.
Hey, Vato, did you get your mop and bucket?
Did I get my who?
Your mop and bucket?
Oh yeah, I got it ready. Don't worry about that, man.
But I told you we waived that. We waived that off the application.
Did you? Did I
Let me tell you something. I've even got some. I've got some knockoff Adidas shell tops, and I'm even wearing. They got the 4 stripes, not the 3 stripes.
Hey, start singing that Adam Sandler song. Mop, 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 all day long. Mop, mop, mop. While I sing this song, gonna rock the floor, gonna make it shine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's gonna be our new bucket gimp.
Yeah.
I'll do. Hey, listen. As long as it's for Cheyenne Warpath, I'll do anything.
Hey, Michael Pagano said, who's gonna win, Lomachenko or Spence? Are you serious?
Who said that?
Miguel Pagan said, who will win, Lomachenko versus Spence?
I think Triple G beats
Dude, I think at that
Lomachenko.
point, I think Lomachenko needs to fight Triple G or Usyk.
Yeah, I think Triple G beats Lomachenko.
Fuck.
Ooh, Golovkin? Nah, man. Golovkin's overrated. Everybody knows it.
Yeah. Fuck.
I think he's got number 3 though, man. The paperwork says it.
Dude, I've been hearing Mikey
enough.
Garcia and Wilder next year.
Mikey Garcia versus Wilder. Hey, I've got a good friend. I've got a really good friend.
Guest referee is going to be Jason Alameli.
Hey, has he activated again or no?
I don't know.
No, I don't know, man.
I think he might be gone, dude.
Spence is moving to 54 and Lomachenko's 30. I don't think that's in the cards. And if you guys
got Lomachenko. Lomachenko had barely won the fight yet, and they already had him fighting Mikey Garcia.
Yeah.
Bro, we talked to Mikey. Mikey was like, my phone blew up, like 30 phone calls, wondering when I'm fighting. This was like 10 minutes after the fight, when I'm fighting Lomachenko. He said, fuck, I didn't even know I was fighting Lomachenko.
Holy shit, man. Lomachenko versus Conor McGregor.
Hi, Amy. We got to get Denny's.
That's a good one.
Dude, I bet you Lomachenko beats Conor McGregor.
Lomachenko versus James Toney and Riddick Bowe at the same time.
Well, if Rough Mill Smoker is doing it, anything can happen in that fight.
Hey, it's gonna be hosted by Don Arum. Don Arum Promotions.
Or Steel Mills refereeing.
Don Arum with Golden Boy Promotions.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Silver Boy.
Silver Boy.
Oscar De La Bella.
Diabella. He's Italian and Mexican. Bro. Hey, where's Alicia Taylor?
Emmanuel Barrera.
We don't know.
Emmanuel.
What? Oh, Alicia? She told me to tell you she's giving her boyfriend a mamacillo right now.
That's bullshit, dog. She's got tamales.
Yeah, but she's giving a mamacillo to buy the meat for the tamales.
That's some bullshit. Who's her man? We're gonna go find him. This guy's going down quick, bad.
She's dating some soldier that cheats on her all the time, and she keeps going back to him.
She's having
what a fucking bum.
She's having his kid.
That guy's
she's here! She's here! We were just joking, Alicia. We didn't mean that, baby.
Hey, she was like this. What?
She was like,
I hate bums.
It was like this. It was like, what?
She's like, is this mic on?
Yo, she kept on putting up the pictures of tamales, and I was like, damn, I need a tamale. And all of a sudden it stopped, so she must have sold them all, goddamn it. They probably had kilos of cocaine in them.
Bro, Alicia has that Mexican hearing where somebody's talking shit. She can hear it even if it's
the fucking ears ringing. Hey, she's gonna pop up and be like, "Who's that talking on the phone?"
The fucking computer just popped on Mac.
Alicia, I didn't say you were dating anybody.
She's like, no mames, way, pinche cabo palos.
pinche way. No mames way.
She said, not dating anyone, assholes. Well, you don't have to date to fuck, Alicia.
I didn't say anything of that.
Why do you say that?
Listen, I do want to clear something up, though.
I didn't say anything.
I know.
That's you and Damon.
We're gonna get
with Carlos Ponce de Leon when he said earlier. What I mean by he had issues with that Lomachenko had issues with Jason Sosa. It was an easy fight. Don't get me wrong, but Jason Sosa was actually trying to win. Lomachenko really had to beat him down.
Yeah, but that's
to win that fight.
But that's what Jason Sosa's job is.
Usually that's what you do in boxing.
No one's ever said that Jason Sosa is a pussy or a coward. Jason Sosa did everything but kill Gamboa and still didn't get a decision.
Yeah,
dude, and he got robbed.
Yeah.
And he got robbed by that. But what I mean is that out of all the guys that Lomachenko fought, Jason Sosa still kept. Well, his eyes was all lumped up. His fucking bottom jaw was hanging off his face, and he was still trying to win. Like Lomachenko really couldn't break that dude's fucking willpower. Yeah, and that's one of Lomachenko's strong points is breaking you the fuck down mentally. I think he does that before he actually starts beating you down. I think Lomachenko's plan C for that fight was, damn, I really got to beat this dude down.
Hey guys, oh yeah. Also, I know Kelly didn't want to get into it earlier too much, but let's talk about some of these boxing pages going on about the Lomachenko talent, Rigondeaux talent thing. The whole talent thing.
It's wild,
bro. The day we left,
it's wild out there in the Facebook streets.
The day we left before New York City, it was 80% Rigondeaux, 20% Lomachenko. Lomachenko was overrated. He was not good. Salido beat the shit out of him all the time. The day we got back, Lomachenko was the greatest fucking fighter since history. He made Sugar Ray Robinson look like shit.
But there was also a lot saying that he ain't shit. And Rigondeaux's not good.
I will say this. Kelly's brother was a Rigo fan. He left as a Lomachenko fan because he saw what Lomachenko did. And he admitted it. He said, I was a Rigondeaux fan, but I'm convinced of what Lomachenko did. You know what I mean? There's a difference. You know, he didn't...
Well, that's why I said, you know something, I mean... When you're good at when you're good like that, when you have that talent level,
yeah,
people want to see you lose. You know what I'm saying? They want to see the underdog knock down the giant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But that's what I was saying in my video is that every 30 years, a special fighter with a new style comes in. Boxing is always going to be boxing, right? But like, remember when Mike Tyson came out?
No, I was a little kid, man.
Yeah, but it was a new style.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was new. It was something new to look at and watch. He was putting fucking grown men to sleep. People still called him overrated. He only fought bombs. He was knocking out grown men by the time he's 19 years old, putting them to sleep.
For those who don't know, Damon's uncle, Jimmy Jacobs, is that correct?
What's that?
Your uncle's Jimmy Jacobs, right?
No, Kevin Rooney. Kevin
Rooney is your uncle, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, that is correct. That is true.
He just beat Rigondeaux.
Who did?
Somebody.
So Daniel Pearl goes.
He keeps asking that.
So great.
Loma beat Walters. He had beat I don't know, Walters and Rigondeaux. That was so great. Rigondeaux's fucking great.
That's all you got to though.
What?
There ain't nobody else that you can put at number one that beat a guy like Rigondeaux.
He didn't fight since 2012 though. Anybody worth talking about though? He beat Donaire, and then there was like 4 years of like weird shit. You know, listen, from what I've been told, from what I've heard is that Rigondeaux, because nobody can pronounce his name. It's like Rigondeaux,
Rigondeaux, but I don't like to say it that way. It's Rigondeaux.
Rigondeaux. He's
But Stephen Conley asks, "What's worse, quitting or ducking fights?" Oh fuck, quitting.
Yeah. Quitting, dude, quitting.
Bro,
you know something? He was completely. But hey, James, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Pedro Diaz as a professional trainer, how do you rate him?
Shit.
As an amateur trainer,
fucking amazing. One of the best ever.
What's the difference? I mean, what is he doing? What is he doing? Why couldn't he figure out what to do with Lomachenko? Is Lomachenko that good, or is it they just couldn't figure it out?
Because the amateur style, the way the what do you call that? The amateur program. They learn how to work the system. They work that system, the points.
We work bell to bell on points, and knowing like a good amateur is so well versed with the clock. Yeah. We know the clock. I know when to pick up the pace. Like me as an amateur, I knew that last 45 seconds when to pick up the pace and steal rounds. As a pro, you can't steal round. You can't steal round like that. You're not scoring a point for a punch, and all three judges have to agree with a punch within a second of each other. You know what I mean? You could fight your ass off for 3 fucking minutes, land 200 punches, only get credit for 3.
And you're only training for four rounds at most.
At 2 minutes, 2 minutes of 3
2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
So you're in there just working that system. You're learning where to hit on the gloves, on their gloves, or on their headgear.
Body shots aren't counting.
Yeah, exactly.
But also,
a lot of it's not counting, though, and I think that's where a lot of we talked about this earlier, James. I think that's where a lot of these guys get mixed up. You know what I mean? They revert back to that. Even Golovkin did it versus Jacobs.
Yeah.
When shit wasn't working out, Golovkin didn't know what to do.
Yeah. But you know the thing is, these amateurs, they don't sit down on their shots like a pro does. They don't know how to sit down, and they're not economical.
A pro, what they do, I was telling Bruce Trampler, I was sitting next to him, and it was a Conlon fight, I believe, co-main event, and I said, yeah, this is working this way right now, but, this is only the first half of the fight. It's like football games. I mean, momentum plays a part. How you're breaking a fighter down throughout the rounds plays a part. I mean, 12 rounds, that's a long game,
yeah.
I call it.
It's a long time to be in the fucking ring taking punches, dude.
And it is, and also a lot of shit can happen. A lot of things can take. A person can get the momentum. He can start finding a rhythm. He could, The other guy could be getting tired of everything that he's been doing. The first round, second round, third round, he's over there hitting on the elbows, the body. That guy's still winning them rounds, but come fifth round, he's fucking petered out. You know, so there's just so much more tactical fucking strategies in pro boxing where you have to take your time and explain onto your fighter, and that's where a good trainer comes into play. Is in the pros.
Hey Kelly.
Obviously, amateur trainers got to be good too, though, for that style of fighting.
The best trainers are the ones who can do both, who can switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Robert Garcia switches back.
Yep.
Joel
Like
Diaz.
if you was say both of you guys are working Rigo's corner, right?
All right.
And say both of you guys are working your first chief and second chief, right?
Okay.
And you're watching your guy get dominated the way he was getting dominated.
Yeah.
What do you tell Rigondeaux to do?
You first or me?
Good.
Me first. I would tell him to put your hands a little higher and try to knock some of them shots away because you're not going to slip a lot of things. And I would tell him to work behind his jab, that southpaw jab, and keep it going, keep active. But I mean, with a guy like Lomachenko, talent tells anyway. It was an uphill battle from the beginning, but I would have him work behind his jab and that powerful left hand of his.
Yeah.
You know.
And I would go on the other part of it. I would tell him, first of all, Rigo, you're fast. You're faster than any other guy. You're one of the only fighters that could probably keep up with Lomachenko. You got to let your fucking hands go.
Yeah.
Like James said, the jab, you got to let him go. Also, when you're down like that and he's over top of you,
throw that hook.
Fire that overhand left or the hook. But you got to stay active more. Put him a little bit, have his brain thinking more of how he's going to get out of the way of your punch instead of how he's going to turn around and hit you and what other combo he's going to throw at you.
Yeah.
You know, break up that thought process of you know, and you have the ability to do it.
So, let me ask you this, Damon. We have Stephen Conley asking you. Billy Joe Sanders or Lemieux, who do you got in that fight?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's going to be a really entertaining fight. I've got Lemieux. Stopping him late.
Really? I got Billy Joe Sanders in that fight.
And you know what? I don't disagree with that because Billy Joe Saunders is really, really slippery as a southpaw. You know what I mean? And the only reason I'm picking Lemieux for that fight, a lot of my picks are from the heart. You know what I mean? Just because I like the guy, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, Golovkin beat the brakes off Lemieux, and Lemieux never went away.
Yeah.
I don't know if Billy Joe Saunders has the power to bother Lemieux.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Lemieux keeps coming forward, but Billy Joe is so slippery, dude. He is one of the slipperiest southpaws in the game, dude.
Lemieux can be outboxed.
And I don't mean like Lomachenko slippery. I mean he is fucking slippery in there, dude. He's weird in close quarters, man.
Personally, I've watched Lemieux fight now a handful of times, and it all started back to when Rubio fought.
And Rubio outboxed him
and beat him. And I just don't see what's special. I mean, he has some pop. I don't even think it's that good.
Well, maybe
who's that? Who?
Rubio.
Lemieux.
Not Lemieux.
He's very crude. He's crude. He's a crude fighter, dude. He's kind of like he's like a poor man's Nigel Benn, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I would say so. I would agree with that. But the thing was this: like I said, he has trouble with people who can actually box. And Rubio was a mid-level boxer. He was a puncher himself, and he beat him. You know.
That's true. That's true. And then Eubanks was giving him trouble, but he figured it out with Eubanks.
Yeah.
Billy Joe has really good defense. He has really, really good defense. He parries a lot. You know what I mean? He parries and knocks down a lot of punches in close quarters. And he gets there really fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
In a southpaw sense. Like, all of a sudden, he's in your fucking space.
Well, you know, the British, over the years, the Irish, they have made leaps and bounds in defensive fighters. Look at Conley, how good he looked.
Conley was nice, dude. Conley was nice. And I caught a lot of shit in the groups because I was like, you know what? Conley can beat Stevenson, but it's not like the fight's getting made tomorrow.
Kelly said that, too, that night. He can beat Shakur.
The only thing that bothered me a little bit with this last fight was the early going of it. Conley, he struggled when he was orthodox. And then he switched to southpaw, and he stayed southpaw, the rest of the fight. Yeah. But that's not going to work against other guys, though. You know, usually to me, when somebody switches to southpaw, they're getting tired or they're frustrated.
Something's not working out. Something's not going in their favor.
I want to deal with this real quick. Daniel Poro says, I know you did not call Nick Walters great. Your great and my great are two different things. Okay.
Ooh, who the fuck are you?
Well, let me tell you something about Nick Walters. Up until that point that he lost to Lomachenko, he was 24-0 and knocked the fuck out of a prime Nonito Donaire.
Everybody was afraid.
I got no, or not even a prime, maybe at the end of his career, but he stopped him in the second round. No one else has ever done that, including Rigondeaux. So,
and that's who Walters is what I was saying that what Rigondeaux did.
And I've seen Walters. I saw Walters.
Rigondeaux made him quit.
Yep.
Made
Sosa
retire. He fucking made one of the most talented fighters in the world.
But I will say
quit.
Sosa didn't quit. His corner threw in the towel. But Sosa wasn't going to quit. Sosa was going to go out on a shield that night. You saw.
He was going to get knocked out. He was going to get knocked out.
Yeah, Sosa's a tough dude, man. But the thing is this: when he said his idea of great is mine from ours, no, I'm not crowning Walters as great. But let me tell you what: I have been there when he trained in person, and I saw him beat the shit out of Miguel Vasquez today, who's one of the most skilled, technical fighters I've ever seen. He was the IBF champion for what, 5-6 years? And he was bigger. He was bigger than Lomachenko too. Walters was a big dude.
And when Walters beat Donaire, man, he had a rhythm going for him that night.
Yeah.
That was really fucking nice. He was doing a lot of throwback boxing. You know what I mean? A lot of nice feints. He was using his shoulders a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was showing Donaire different looks and all that. I don't know if it's because Donaire got embarrassed and his head wasn't in the game, or if Walters really did hit that hard. Because Walters was a hard puncher.
Yeah, well, we agree. Chauncey Shepard said Nick Walters is a great right-hand puncher, not a great fighter. I agree. But at that stage, at that stage in his career, that's what Lomachenko needed. You know, that's what he needed at that time. He needed that fight. I mean, but
Walters he's also a top-ranked fighter, though.
Well, I don't know who Walters is. He now?
Yeah, he's a top-ranked fighter. Yeah,
but he hasn't been.
All these guys are fighting inside the stable. I mean, Rigo was the only one so far in Loma's career. Look, Rigo and Salido were not top-ranked fighters.
Chauncey Shepard said, "Nice shirt, Kelly." He was part of that program too. We got those shirts from Al Mitchell. He sent us what, about 20 of them?
Yeah.
We got about 20 of them from Coach. We saw Coach Mitchell at the fight this past week in New York.
I thought since I won the Under 19 tournament in Marquette that I should have it, but I'm probably not well deserving of it.
They gave the shirts away then anyway for the white ones though. They had the white ones in that tournament with the little guy with the little hat.
To be honest, it's awesome to have him on though. I used to follow his ass all the time in the M's.
Yeah, that's true.
Him and his brother.
You know, Steven, it's really easy to call these guys quitters, but when you're fighting that level of talent, it frustrates you, you know?
Yeah, you know you ain't gonna go. I mean, it's pretty much
he was not gonna win.
Let me get out of here.
He wasn't gonna win. Look at silly.
That's
the thing about Lomachenko. That's kind of what I like about him is that he goes out of his way to take your fucking mental stability away.
Yeah.
You mean Lomachenko?
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, come on, man.
Sean Shepard said Walters was coming off a year layoff with no tune-up or fight back, and you're absolutely right. He did come off with a year layoff.
Who did?
He said, Daniel said you're really double talking. Watch the show again. Daniel, when we talk more about than just Mikey, okay? No, we're not. I said exactly what the fuck I said. I said Lomachenko is a great fucking fighter. But I did say that Terrence Crawford is better pound for pound, is the top of the list. That does not,
right now.
There is no double talk in that at all. Just because we don't agree with you doesn't mean we're double talking or going back on what we say.
James said
I did.
Crawford.
I said Crawford. Kelly says Lomachenko.
So does Steve.
I said Crawford.
Damon says Crawford.
Let me get Steve back on the phone.
Oh, shit. Don't bring him back.
Hey, tap out Steve Steel Case.
Hey, David. Hey, it was nice having you on, pal. We'll call you back on next week.
Hey, guys, can I call back sometime?
Hey, but let's talk about the people online. Let's talk about that whole, you know, there was a good point raised, like, with those groups, man. All these people going for Lomachenko, and then all of a sudden, everybody, or going for Rigo, all of a sudden they're Lomachenko fans, and now
disappeared.
Wait a minute, and then all of a sudden Mikey Garcia became flat-footed. He became Brandon Rios overnight. Mikey did again.
Hey, you know what? Back when he fought Bobby Conception, right? I was not sold on Mikey Garcia. I wasn't.
Steven,
and in 2012, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still wasn't sold on Mikey Garcia. You know what I mean? I said it in the championship rounds. The championship rounds is like the home group. You know what I mean? Props out the championship rounds and Sparta.
Yeah.
But those are the home groups, and I wasn't sold on him till about the Wanma fight. Then I started watching the guy. I'm like, damn, all right. But there was still something about Mikey I couldn't figure out. So now when he made his comeback and shit,
yeah,
I called up the one person that would know about Mikey's fighting style.
Yeah.
I called you. I said, what is it about Mikey? What is it about these arts and art fighters? Like, you pointed out the things that Mikey does. You know, with his footwork, with his half steps, with his timing. You know, the technical aspect of Mikey Garcia.
Yeah. And
when you actually sit down and watch it with an educated eye, you're like, damn, this motherfucker really can box, dude. He is a fucking boxer. He's a well-refined machine. He's a well-tuned machine.
But if you couldn't,
the man can box.
Yeah, but if you couldn't see that with Mikey before that, though, I mean, you have to be a guy who don't watch a lot of boxing or just don't know talent or athleticism or anything.
Some people, no, some people I think don't pick up on the small nuances until they look again. You know what I mean? I've looked at a fighter and I've watched him again and go, oh, shit. You know, there's something there. Because
what it was with Mikey, what I couldn't figure out with Mikey was his footwork. That's what I couldn't figure out. That was my main question. Like, how did he get so much pop out of his right hand, but it looked like he was never moving?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looked like he wasn't doing much.
Yeah. Well, it's true. And before we go any farther, Chauncey Shepard's on here. He's one of the best amateurs in the country. By far, one of the best amateurs I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And he always stayed at the top of the rankings, usually the top 5 of the rankings. You remember?
Always. That's why him and his brother.
Yeah. Fucking, they were monsters.
Yeah.
And Chauncey said, I see Mikey Loma playing out similar to Barrera and Naz. Dude, that's a great analogy. You know what I mean?
That is a good analogy.
Because, you know what, now I go back, when that happened, when Barrera did that to Nas, I was like, holy fuck.
Dude, I didn't
Nobody expected that.
Yeah,
nobody expected that.
Nassim, you know?
I did not expect that. But here's what happened for me. The week before the fight, like, and I've said this in groups, but people don't listen. They would rather hear gossip. They'd rather hear gossip and talk about and rate fighters A, B, C, or D, or whatever the bullshit they do. I said this. The reason that Rigondeaux did not do so well was because it's the Cuban system of fighting. The Cuban system of fighting don't have a plan B, plan C, or plan D. They have a plan A. If they can't out-technique you or out-bully you, they get frustrated. When they get frustrated, the only thing they can do is quit. It's a lot of Cubans have done it throughout the years. They've quit when things didn't go right. When David Reed hit DeVergil could have got the fuck up. He was done. Gamboa could have kept fighting against Crawford. He was done.
Casamayor did it?
What? Casamayor
Joel
quit?
Casamayor, he did it.
And you know, it's a thing that they've done, and it's not it's just part of the system. The Russians were known for doing that in the 80s and stuff like that until the new system. You know, they have a new system. The problem
but you know something that's what makes Lomachenko different though, is that he breaks the mold from what your standard Eastern European fighter is supposed to look like.
In the 90s, the Russians changed the way they train. You know, the Cubans are always 20 years behind the Russians. You know what I mean?
True. They're still doing the same things.
Exactly. And you know, and also the thing. So I said. It hit me about a week before. I said, you know what? Lomachenko's going to overwhelm Rigondeaux and he's going to quit on his stool. And I told Kelly that, and Kelly actually said, I could see that happening, but I think it's going to be a more technical battle. And what I didn't realize is how technical that fight was going to be.
The difference between the Cubans and the Russians. Vladimir Putin wouldn't quit on his bench.
Gorbachev never quit on his bench.
Hey, no way. Gorbachev's pound for pound number 3.
Nah, dude. What about Nikita Khrushchev? That dude pointed nuclear missiles at the United States.
What, Nikolai what was his name? The wrestler?
Volkov. Nikolai Volkov.
Nikolai Volkov. Ain't nobody beat that motherfucker.
Hey, who's the bad guy in Die Hard?
Hans Gruber.
That's the guy. He was a Russian. All them guys, they quit. He jumped out the fucking window.
You know, like I said, my opinion means absolutely shit. This is, you know, if you disagree with me, that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day,
here's the thing though: is how did Mikey Garcia go from being the man? Broner was supposed to stop him, right?
Yeah.
Broner was supposed to stop Mikey.
And Mikey was flat-footed. And
he was flat-footed, one-dimensional, right?
Wasn't one-dimensional, yes.
And he was going to be too small. Remember that? He was going to be too small.
He was going to get beat up. He was going to get peppered.
He didn't. He couldn't.
Nothing. And what happened? He got shook.
He fucking won a clear unanimous decision and actually outboxed
easily.
Yep.
But then,
he this little tiny dude now because he embarrassed the shit out of Rigo makes Rigo quit.
Oh, and then
how does he stop Mikey though? How does that happen? And then I also read in some of these groups, right, that now before the Broner fight, it was Mikey cleaned out 126, right?
Yeah.
After the Lomachenko fight, it's what has Mikey done?
Yeah. Well,
who did he beat?
Bro, when I tell people, you are a victim of the system you're in. It's not, you can't choose who's in your weight class.
Well, you're just seeing that now with the guys saying who did Lomachenko beat, but we're forgetting the question like, well, what did Lomachenko just fucking do?
Dave Martinez.
What he did was great. I mean, there's a level of greatness to that. I think there's a level of greatness to Lomachenko's whole presence. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he is special. He's gonna be the future.
That guy?
I don't know.
Who, Lomachenko?
No, it is Dave Martino.
He said, "Kelly, you are a tool." Simple stated.
You're a tool. Why are you a tool?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What did you do to make you a tool?
He said,
I don't know. He knocked out two guys.
Disrespecting people.
No. Wait. What do you have? The third record of knockouts?
Who am I disrespecting?
Who are you disrespecting?
I'm going to disrespect your stupid fucking ass.
Is that Alicia's boyfriend?
Probably.
Oh, it is, Alicia. Are you worried about somebody talking to the girl you're trying to hit on thirsty ass?
Oh man,
it's a simp, bro. We got a simp. We got our first simp.
Oh, somebody from the Superman zone.
Everybody, give a simp a hand. Come on, guys. Woo! He has a crush.
Who got a crush?
I don't disrespect nobody off.
Dave Martino has a crush on somebody.
You were the nice one.
You know. I'm the fucking nice
one.
one.
Better slide in the DM.
Bro, Kelly is the nicest fucker on this show. Kelly keeps me in line. If not, I would have been kicked off the air months ago.
Hold up. Hey, Kelly.
He's a fucking hater. Yes.
She said, I'll take care of it.
How drunk was James Dominguez on Saturday?
Pretty bad.
Why was he leaning into the camera so bad? Is it because he couldn't hold himself up?
I drank one too many Bloody Marys. There, I said it.
That one Bloody Mary, man.
Hey, it is that fucking guy. I'll take care of it, guys. Dave is thirsty. Dave, what's up, buddy? You know what? Alicia don't like you. No, it's not going to happen. Not. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to hook her up with somebody better looking at more money than you.
Yeah, why are you fucking jumping on me? I didn't even say shit about it.
Because he's jealous of you. He thinks that.
Oh.
He thinks that you have a shot with her.
Oh.
What a fag.
What a fucking derelict.
People way back. We know similar people. No, you don't.
Derelict's such a good word.
Let's see if you know.
Yeah, sorry. His new name is fucking Daryl.
We know same people.
Daryl Martino.
We don't hang out. We don't hang out with Sam.
Daryl Martino?
Daryl Martino.
Daryl Martino.
Hey, he said, it's not. He said, I like Kelly back. He was disrespectful to people way back. We know similar people. Yeah, whatever.
He was disrespectful. Daryl Martino, he's pissed off. He's in a trailer right now. Pissed off in Warren, Ohio.
He's in Warren, Ohio.
He's so mad right now. Freezing his ass off in Warren, Ohio, talking about how Kelly dissed him one day way back in the thing.
Here's my thing. Why the fuck you were a man and you got to worry about some other man how he was treated, right? Let that man take care of himself. Oh, he disrespected some guy I know, so I'm going to be mad at you for the rest of my life.
Hey, that's not some guy, bro. That was Daryl Marino. They know the same people. Hey, did he have a Trans Am? I can picture the dude with a Trans Am.
He screenshotted my shit.
With his drunk ass? Yeah, go ahead. Screenshot it. You might as well say you suck uncircumcised cocks, dude.
I should have screenshotted his.
Daryl
Martino's allowed to screenshot mine, though, and say that me. But if I had his shit that he was saying, I don't even remember it. To be honest, I mean, I got 5,000 fucking friends on there, and a lot of them talk shit. But why is he allowed to talk shit?
Well,
if I do, I'm an asshole because I'm a former world champion. And I did something, and this fucking derelict, but he's going to keep that one, right?
No, here's what we're going to do. We'll do something. Everybody who watches the show, I want you to send Dave Martino some messages of encouragement and love. And the winner who does send him those will get my credential from the Lomachenko.
Oh man, credential contest.
And Kelly will autograph it. So let's send him some love.
And then I'll autograph another one and send it to Daryl Martino.
You're gonna autograph the credential? My credential? You can send it.
Yeah. And then we'll also get an extra one made for Daryl Martino.
Daryl Martino. What's his middle name?
It just says Martino Jr. So obviously he.
Whoa, he's got a father.
Keyword former. Well, you never were one, dude.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
He said keyword former. What?
Yeah.
Dude, no one goes to your job washing cars and fucking knocks the dick out of your mouth.
I never seen HBO at his fucking job site.
Hey, you want to play the new one?
Hey, sweeping the job site.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's do this.
HBO.
Hey, let's play big game. Let's play big bank, little bank. That autograph isn't worth the cab fare. He skipped out on got arrested him.
Oh, I think that's that's the kid that's taught. That must be a friend of the cab company. But too bad they're not open no more. They're in fucking jail. Swear to God.
Oh, was that the cab company that tried to charge you $30 for a 5-minute ride home? That tried to take advantage? Yeah.
That ain't right.
All right, Alicia, block this fool.
Dave, we got something for you, buddy. It's gonna be a long fucking night. You better close your Facebook down.
Yeah, he better deactivate.
Hey, Suresh is here. Suresh is like a professional hacker. Remember that one dude that was talking shit about the kids with autism?
No.
Oh, there was a guy talking shit to my friend Scott.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
Suresh called that one his wife's work and ruined her career.
Let's do that with Daryl.
Dude, that's a fucking animal right there.
Damn, he got her fired?
Oh yeah, he got his wife. That dude's wife fired for talking about children with autism. And I think
I remember that now. What was that? That was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was about a month ago. But that was Suresh that did that, and I'm gonna put Suresh on it.
Oh man, this dude's gonna be he's gonna be on suicide watch. Remember, bro. Hey, the community standards will help you out if you go to the community standards, man. Just be like that being harassed.
Suresh is a bigger fucking savage than all of us, and he knows computers. You know. Now, if we could link him up with Justin, we'd have a power team.
A fucking power team. Hey, I would like I'd deactivate. I don't want no way.
He said 28.
That was scaring shit out of me.
Where's this kid from?
28 people watching. That's all, Kelly. You're finished. Does he know how this works? There's 28 people watching. Bro, we have like 13,000 by the time the show's over.
Yeah, just because somebody watches here and there, and it all adds up.
It adds up.
You can see the total views, dumbass.
Dude, it's a simple.
Oh, now he's talking shit about who's watching. What is this dude's name?
What? He said, you got 28 people watching. Kelly, you're finished.
I'm going to add him. Hey, tell D-Rock. Tell D-Rock me here to add that dude.
You know what, though? What did Ellie Sackback say? Whether they love you or they hate you, they're still fucking watching.
Yeah, well, you could go back and see the 1,000 on the other videos, too. You just scroll right down. It tells you.
He won't go back and look at that.
No, he has.
It's on the page that he's on right now.
That won't give him nothing. That won't give him no shit to talk.
Stephen Conley says, Katie Taylor fights in the UK this week. We saw her in Brooklyn fight, and she is a sweet girl, Stephen. We saw her on the Mikey Garcia Broner undercard. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You didn't see it because you were signing autographs for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Hey, I thought Kelly's racist.
Kelly is. Yeah. Yeah, and Kelly doesn't sign autographs, and he's finished.
I'm everything. Hey, man. Hey, David, I'm everything. If it's out there, that's me.
That's you?
I guess, right?
Yeah, so you only sign for white fans then. That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Bro, fucking...
I can't believe it.
Justin and Kelly went up to go get...
David, if you send me your autograph, don't expect it coming back.
I'm going to get hate mail back from the white nationalist front. From the Ku Klux Klan and the whites and women, the white national front, I'm going to get hate mail. Go home, Spick.
Yeah, Steven, actually, Katie Taylor's my favorite female fighter.
Who was the girl?
Michaela?
Yeah.
Michaela Mayer?
We missed her fight. I missed her fight.
I saw it. She did okay.
We saw Michaela's fight.
No, he wasn't.
What do you guys think of Serrano?
What?
Oh, I didn't see it.
She did great.
What do you guys think of Amanda Serrano?
She's good. I like her. He's from Glassbury, New Jersey. You knew that. Oh, thanks, Scott. He knows the same people in New Jersey. You know what? He's probably mad because we were in that town and one of us fucked one of his girls that he knew out there.
Who?
That guy, that fucking Dave Martino.
Daryl.
We were
Daryl Martino.
We stayed at the I stayed in Jersey and I probably bought a prostitute that was a sister or something.
That's probably.
Jenny Martini.
Dude,
Oh, that was that
that was a
meth
meth
head.
head. I paid $5 for a hand job, and she even gave me a free hot dog, dude. It was amazing.
It was all three of us.
She fed you?
We were at the Bukaki.
Oh, yeah. Bukaki.
We gave her a fist.
So you at the saw you at the Canelo Triple G weigh-ins. Kelly is a cool dude. Thanks, you, Ricky.
Man, appreciate
Hey,
it.
Ricky, I was gonna ask you something, buddy. Did Kelly look racist or mean to you at all?
Was that an asshole?
Did Kelly have
You're an asshole anyway.
I wanted to ask you. We were hanging out with a bunch of Mexicans from Oxnard that day. We were in Vegas. Were we wearing any white sheets and a white hat with a little pointy cone? I just want to know if you remember that. Because if I did, we apologize because we weren't supposed to bring that outfit, right?
I told him not to pack it.
Like on the way home, I was so pissed.
I told my butler not to pack it.
What happened was on the way from New York, the van froze to the top of the fucking ice.
No, there was nothing. The fucking ramp that goes down.
Yeah, it had ice,
the
right?
exit, yeah. And how I didn't slide into that brick wall and go 6 feet down onto fucking West 34th Street.
But the thing was this. I was so pissed we didn't get home for our cross burning.
Damn, dude.
Bro,
that's fucked up.
Dude, it was a big one, too.
Bro,
like everybody in the
Man,
neighborhood,
never missed the cross burning. Never missed the
everybody
cross
in the neighborhood
burning.
was going to be there. They fucking,
Bro.
everybody had new robes they just bought.
Josh Patton was so fucking pissed.
I asked him if he was a skinhead. He was like, "Am I?"
Hey, bro, Josh Patton put a thing on Facebook, and he said a picture of his daughter putting all these swastikas on the fridge. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He was like, "Am I?" I'm like, "Well, yeah. Everything you got on your fucking page,
hey,
Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler."
Scott Best said that guy that was trying to roast. He's a professional wrestler and a social worker. He wrestled on him.
Hey, he's about to have a long night.
Hey, Justin, put a picture of a professional wrestler of those little cheap.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that wrestle on mattresses and shit. You ever seen those backyard wrestling things?
Oh shit, I know you're talking
What's Australian midget boxing?
Midget boxing. Better late. Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy? It's been a while, man. I like Brian a lot. You know, we always run into him. And the boss is on, Marjorie.
Tell him hello.
Didn't Brian, he was one of
Where's Amy Green?
Amy, she's busy working.
Man, give her a shout out. Give a shout out to Amy
You guys
Green.
have to look when I'm asking questions. Hey, we're not mad, Daniel.
Yeah.
We're not.
You want to got mad at us and fired.
Yeah, we're not mad at all, Daniel, but we're going to disagree sometimes on boxing. That's what boxing does. Me and Kelly disagreed on the way home. We didn't talk for about 300 miles over pound for pound.
We disagreed at the beginning, the first half of the show.
Yeah, we did.
The show almost shut down, goddammit.
The show almost got shut down because Kelly wouldn't see shit.
Because of disagreement.
And thank God Steve Forbes came on and fucking clarified the whole situation.
Hey man, Steve Forbes is a happy dude. You know something, man, I'm gonna be honest about this. When he called in, I was in a really bad mood and shit. When he called up, I was like, wow, this guy's fucking happy.
Bro,
I gotta be happy like Steve Forbes.
Put him in the back. We're gonna put that dude in the background, okay? I said, James, you're the only asshole on here. Yeah, but I'm your favorite one, Delilah. Don't talk like that to Mama D.
Oh, here you go, Delilah, just for you, babe. Yep, sticking up for me.
Dude, you could literally drown a baby in her panties right now.
Let us smear it around.
Oh, fuck. Put your toes in first. See if it's cold.
She's sitting on her couch and it feels like a slip and slide.
She's tongue hard.
Remember those back in the day, man, the old slip and slides where you had the metal fucking prongs you got to put in them?
Yeah.
Didn't have like no catchers on the end of them.
Bro,
you can find whatever in the yard to stick through that fucking thing to keep it down.
One time.
You fucked up.
Remember those yellow ones that look like a big banana peel?
Yeah,
remember
that's
those?
what I had. The slip and slide.
Yeah. And one time, dude, I got beat up pretty bad by one of the kids. He was older. I was one that slipped and slide, and I had
on the slip and slide?
Yeah, bro, I got my ass kicked on a slip and slide.
You got your ass beat on the slip and slide?
Bro, I had these jean shorts on, right? And my zipper was out, and it tore the slip and slide all the way across the fucking thing.
Oh, man.
That dude whooped my ass, man. He was a big black kid. His name was Rodney. He was like 13. What?
You had to pay for the slip and slide?
I don't know. He probably just had
I
to fix
didn't pay for. I was only like 7, but I remember he kicked me in the face, bro.
Oh shit!
They just put Scotch tape over it,
bro. But I was wearing, I was a poor kid, and we just changed our pants into shorts, and And the zipper stick
That's
out,
it.
slice that whole fucking thing up.
Yeah.
Oh man, fucked it all up.
So we're gonna put on how would Broner do against I got Josh Taylor against Broner. I think we've seen the last of Broner. But I think
Broner's done.
yeah, I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put Dave Martino on the green screen for everybody.
Daryl Martino.
Daryl. I wonder if he's still here. I like his guns. It's stupid. That's what she says. It's stupid.
She don't like Phantasmas?
She don't like Ghost either.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of hate right now, dude.
Where are we getting hate from?
I don't know.
No, it was Delilah. She loves my guns.
Delilah's good people, Damon. She's family, you know, she's a good person.
I can't see the screen, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, get off your phone.
She's on the screen.
I'm in a conundrum right now. I've got a conundrum.
Do you want to be on the... Dude, you know what he looks like? He looks like a fucking used car dealer on a buy here, pay here lot, dude.
Oh, man, hey, I'm out at you guys. I gotta look at this.
Hey, when this guy pops up, we're gonna roast the shit out of this dude. Dude, he looks like he's going to trial. Oh shit!
Nobody wants to go see it.
I think he has a finger in that dog's ass. Scott said. Scott said, I think he has his finger in his dog's ass. Delilah, do you love my guns too? By gun, I mean penis. She never seen my penis.
I'm clarifying that this ain't me saying this on air.
I know, but Delilah's never seen my penis. She's too old. I'm just kidding.
Have you ever seen Daryl Martino's twat?
I have. Just now. He was talking out of it.
It's an amazing plot.
Dude, put fucking the goods on.
Scoot to the side so everybody can see.
Look at that.
There you go. Give it here.
There he is.
Oh, dude.
There-
What does that look like? That looks like it's good. That person of all people would talk.
Bro, you don't fucking... Oh, she said, I don't do Mexicans. No, you don't. You know what she is, right?
Huh?
Delilah.
No.
She likes rich white guys.
Well,
What's wrong with that?
here you go, hon.
But doesn't he look like someone who's in court for having child porn on his computer?
That it does.
Yeah.
You know, fuck
And him
it.
saying, I don't know how it got on there. My dog must have downloaded that.
Some motherfucker's miserable all week long and goes out on the weekends.
Dude, how bad is your...
Spends his work pay away at the bar,
Bro.
goes home and beats his wife.
How bad does your fucking life have to be where you have to get on a show just to talk shit to somebody for no reason that you don't even know?
Jealousy, dude.
Of what?
It's fucking horrible.
Of what? Jealousy of what? We're
Me. Everything.
we're doing our thing and they're doing their thing, right?
It's the way it works, man.
He didn't come at me. I kept giving a reason. He didn't say shit to me. He kept going after you. He knew the roast was going to be bad if I got him.
How come mine always pauses?
Oh, because they put the pause on it. You guys are horrible. Yes, Delilah, we are. That guy sucks. Yes.
You gonna come back on, Damon?
Damon, you know we need to have a thing that says, you know what grinds my gears?
I got that.
You have that?
I got it with Peter Griffin.
Yeah. But we need to have our own grind our gears, you know what I mean?
Jenkins wants to come play with him.
We brought Willie P. He's coming over to see him too. His name is Dave, not Daryl. I know, but we call him Daryl instead, Melissa.
Short for derelict.
Melissa, I bet you he would sell you a nice I bet he would sell you a 2006
We're gonna call you right back.
a Pontiac G6.
All right.
Oh no, he'd sell you a dick.
No, I'll call you right back.
Soul.
I'll find this picture.
What?
Remember them Honda Del Sols?
He would sell you a 94 Honda Del Sol.
Who does he look like?
Somebody who would sell you a 77 Ford Bronco.
Fucking Steve. Let me Steve.
What's that?
Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O.
It must be.
That's what he looks like, that guy.
He does.
He does look like Steve-O.
Like a poor hardcore version.
Dude, it's sad, man. It really is. But, I mean, this guy, he opened himself to this. Alicia, Willie, that's Alicia's boyfriend, actually, Willie.
Yeah.
Willie P is Alicia's
What
boyfriend.
happened? Oh, I think my phone died.
Willie gives attention.
Can you call somebody called Damon from their phone?
I don't have my ours is. I'm Jelly James. Get to sit next to Badass Guns.
We got no.
Here she goes again.
Let me see here.
Who wins Eubank and Groves? You know what, Lucas? I got Eubank. I don't know about Kelly. You got George Groves or Eubank?
Groves.
I like Eubank.
No, I just said Groves. Like I haven't heard that name in a while.
James, how much do you have to spend? Remind you of someone in Germany? Oh, that son of a bitch. Scott, let me tell you a little story. I was in I just got to Germany. Scott was there. Me and Scott got there about the same time, and I was brand new private, just in the army, and I needed a car. And there was this guy, Sullivan, his name was. This motherfucker was like a shiesty car dealer and soldier, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, and I told my friends, I said, I'm looking for a car. And he goes, you're looking for a car out of nowhere. He goes, I said, how much are you wanting for the car? And he goes, how much do you got to spend? And he was holding his hand like this while he was saying it. I was like, oh my God. You got Groves? Oh, Amy's calling during the show. That's nice.
She must not be watching it.
No, I don't think she's watching it.
Is she giving you a season to
I'm confused. What are you confused of, Dylan? Steven, no, I like Eubank. I think he's getting better and better, and I like Groves too, but I think Groves getting a little older, you know?
Yeah, that's why
slowing down a little bit. He's been around for a while, man.
That's why that would be the only reason why I would go with Eubank, probably.
Yeah, but I do like Groves. You know, and I've never been much up until the past couple of years into the UK boxing, but they seem to have the more action fights, and they have the better fans.
Well, they do.
They're so fucking stoked.
They play fucking. They got 70,000 people, and they're all playing drums.
Dude, I'm telling you, 2,000 to 3,000 people at that fight were from the UK. And they remember everything you did, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They remember everything you did. Dude, I'm telling you, that Daryl Martino.
UK is huge.
Dude, that Daryl Martino.
You got them all just trying to get some water.
It did, man. That was
They loved it. They loved it.
We got out just in time too, because they were walking behind.
Dion said, Kelly Pavitt, what's going on with this silly show? It didn't start out that way, Dion. It just ended up that way.
Yep.
We were doing some serious topics till we started talking about other things, you know?
And then Daryl Martino came on.
And running his fucking cocksucker.
Yeah. His cum dumpster.
His dick holster.
You better be careful. That's the type of guy that fucking hit you for sexual harassment.
He can sue me. I don't care.
I don't think you can sue you for sexual harassment if you're not employed. We don't have a working relationship.
Alicia could sue.
Oh yeah.
Alicia could sue the shit out of us for sexual harassment.
That's why I told you to be careful.
Well, she wouldn't.
I told y'all to be careful.
Delilah might be able to sue me for.
I said you're all gonna get Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer. James won't be off the show, but we wish him our best wishes.
I'm showing my phone.
Is it dead?
Yeah, but it turns back on and then it goes right back off.
It might be time to get a new phone. You know, how long have you had that phone?
2 years.
Yeah, it's about that time. See, Alicia's laughing because she said, "What else, Kelly? Or what up? What's up, Bobby?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Chris?" Nah, I mean, but I think overall we had a good week of fights. You know, I really did.
I thought it was nice,
and I'm excited about the new year because we have some new things coming on. Some new. We're gonna add some more guests on the show.
Yeah,
it's gonna be amazing what we have planned. We gotta thank our producer Justin for finding them.
Exactly. He actually at the pre-fight. What do you call that? The pre-fight
the pre-fight
podcast
show
that we did out of New York.
Yeah.
He was sitting. I may have to do that, Lynn. Yeah, they were sitting right behind you and Ricky, and Justin. Yeah, he got this deal set up. It's going to be neat. It's going to be different. I think a lot of our viewers. We're still going to be doing a boxing podcast too. So, but this one's going to be a little different. We're going to have it on the punchline, and I think it's going to be. I think it'll be different. It'll be fun. We're going to have topics.
I think we're gonna
work out. We got to work out the details.
And I think we're gonna add something for everybody now. You know, not everybody wants to talk about boxing. I think we're gonna add something for everybody a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Justin, can I try this on yours?
Thank you, Alicia. And you know, Rigondeaux 37. How much longer do they have in the sport? You know, William.
He's Cuban though, and I don't want to
Cuban.
take anything away from Lomachenko, but he may actually be 47.
He may be 60.
he may be 61.
You know what I mean? Rigondeaux may not be 37. The Cubans and Dominicans are known for fudging on the ages a little bit. Like they were saying that Ortiz is probably 47.
Like that kid in the Little League World Series, he was 22 years old, and he was pitching for
an 11-year-old team.
Yeah,
they didn't. But they didn't get an idea when he had a goatee and he was smoking on the bench.
When he drove to the game,
when he drove with his 3 kids to the game.
Rider.
He had 3 kids in the back seat. You know what I mean?
Those are his grandkids.
He's all, you wait here. Daddy's got to go pitch.
Yeah. I'll be back after I strike out the side.
Fuck. As a matter of fact, 4 of those kids on that team were his kids. You know what I
mean? He was the head coach, the pitcher, the captain.
the financial backer of the team. You know what I mean? It was,
and his grandkid was the bat boy.
I'd be like, I need to see a birth certificate. He's like, shit, the jig is up, you know? Want to get Brian Vera on next month to talk about his last win? Did he retire? We should, because then if he retired, who gives a shit? I'm just kidding.
Is the charge thing coming on that?
I'm just giving a sec.
Yeah.
It'll take.
Steven, it's an act. Alicia's not fit. It's that stupid dog filter and shit, you know? She looks like a bag of quarters. Without it. I'm just kidding. Yeah, yes, we'll bring Brian Vera on. We like him. I was joking. I said, you retired? Who gives a shit? You know what? If there wasn't for retired fighters, we wouldn't have a show, to be honest with you.
Actually, I think it's the best. That's where you get all the good information and everything.
You get honest answers because they don't have nothing to, you know.
Yeah, they're done.
But I'll tell you what, the last few guests...
That's why I like having mine. I mean, that's why I give the answers. I say how it is.
Do you guys think Loma should keep moving up in weight? I think he could become another Chocolatito, his frame. I agree.
I don't think he should go to welter. I think he should end his career at 40.
I think so too. And you know, he's 30. What is he? 29.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think he should finish at 35 or 40.
I don't think any bigger than that would be good for him.
No, not at all. Not at all. I
think he can still beat some of the lower level guys at 47 though.
You know, I don't see anybody coming down from 147 to fight him for a big money fight. I don't.
Dude, could you imagine Spence how big he is and him? Yeah. Dude, it would be ugly.
I think the only one would be Crawford because Crawford is going up from 140.
Danny Garcia small.
Yeah.
Danny Garcia maybe. Mikey. Yeah, I do. I agree. I think he'd be a good junior welterweight. Yeah, but anything else going on here with that we need to talk about, guys? We got about
Thanks, Dion. Appreciate it.
We got about 5 minutes here, and we're gonna wrap this thing up for the week. Next week is Technique Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
We got a special episode of Technique Tuesday.
Nobody told me about it.
Yes, we did.
What?
Somebody's getting beat up.
Oh yeah. What am I thinking? I thought you had a guest in.
Yeah, we don't, but we're gonna talk about the Russian and Cuban style next week on Technique Tuesday.
Okay. Who's doing the acting of the Cuban?
Michael.
Okay. Is Michael in here?
No, he's outside. He's out with Gabby. I'm gonna tell what's going on.
Thanks, Delilah.
Next week with the show, my younger brother, who's 24 years old, has never boxed a day in his life. Never put a pair of gloves on. Not once. He spent some time in the pokey. So while he was in the pokey, he got into a few fights and beat a few people up. So now his balls are bigger than his brain. So he came out. Oh, I'll text you all right, Alicia. I'll text you all night. Oh.
If James don't, we'll get Damon to do it.
Okay. And anyway, he never boxed, and he said he's going to box me. He's going to beat the shit out of me because street fighting in jail is a lot different than boxing. So I told him to prove it. And he also said he wanted to box Kelly too.
He did.
So we're going to put this on the air when I box him. I'm going to put him in a headgear, but I am going to knock him out in front of everybody.
I would do the body first. Did it shut back off, David? I mean, Justin.
I did, Melissa.
Because Damon just commented. Did that shut back off?
Felony fights.
Hey, you want to call him on my phone?
Yeah.
No. I was wondering if mine shut back off.
No.
I tried to start it again. I let it charge for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're gonna have to let it charge.
We did mention earlier, Melissa, that the fight was his hand was a
David's
contusion and not a break.
No.
Yes, we did mention that.
No, we ain't gonna have the time to call him.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He'll call back. But
we could call him from his phone. Just tell David to put his number on there.
Yeah. I was saying, you're not putting my number.
but no, we had but I think Technique Tuesday, me and you we're gonna teach about the what worked and what didn't work for Lomachenko and Rigondeaux, where he was having his issues. We're gonna do that. We're gonna show the Cuban and Russian style, and we're gonna do that. And I get to beat up my brother in front of everybody.
Has been a well waited.
I've been waiting for 2 weeks for it. I'm even trying to find some Reyes to send the point home.
I may have a pair.
Reyes, you got some Reyes 10 ounces, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a pair of Reyes too. I don't want to use winning because it's too good for him. We got those Everlast too. Those power locks hurt, don't they?
Nah. I think anything you hit him with will hurt.
I know, but I want to drive the point home. You know what I mean? If I had
wants to make them eyes water,
dude. If I had gloves with steel spikes like the Romans use, I would use those. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any question, no, he's not going to stand there, D-Rock. He's going to fight. He's going to fight me like he fights in prison, and I'm going to fight him like we do in the ring, and we're going to see who comes out on top.
It's all no holds bar.
He wants a ring. He wants a round with Kelly.
There's not even going to be no ref in there or nothing.
I'm going to get two
I thought you were
master
gonna
locks. I'm going to put them in socks, and I'm going to put them at the edge of each side of the thing. So
no, I'm going to just stand
back.
back.
A lock and a sock.
When he goes down to one knee, protect yourself at all times. Still plays, even if you're on the ground. Protect yourself at all times.
Are you gonna? Yeah, this is real. Are you going to ref? Who's gonna ref this? How are you gonna set?
I'll ref it. I'll ref it.
How are you gonna set the cameras up just right so you can watch the whole and slow motion where he goes and his head falls off?
I don't know about time to set the slow-mo replay. I mean,
He has Coach Bailey.
Dude,
I'll have two cameras.
If you guys are looking for a good website to go to what is that website, Damon? That we found about Coach Bailey. There's a website that we had found that somebody set up for Coach Bailey, and it says,
"Oh, fucking Bobby Sanchez been on the entire time and don't ask questions."
It's called Coach Bailey is a bum ass coach or something. It's a page. Go to that page, guys. Yeah, Bobby's been on the whole time, but Bobby's trying to get down to 154. You know. Did you see our faces? Right. Bobby, you're gonna make 154 when I make 132.
When I went to PGA Golf Tour. When I went to Tour de France.
You make 54, you can fight under Kelly's undercard when he fights Lomachenko at 30. Dude, do you imagine how you would look at 130? How fucked up you would look?
Look like
Dude,
Starvin' Marvin off of South Park.
Yeah,
I would probably be dead.
Do you remember?
I think it's actually.
Body would shut down.
Do you remember the new Willy Wonka when that guy got pressed flat and he was real tall and skinny? You look like that guy.
I think my phone.
Fucked.
I think it took the bed.
I think so too.
No, you'll be alright.
No, it has done that before.
Has it?
Let it charge. You need to get it to like a 5%.
Dude, you probably have an upgrade now, don't you?
Yeah.
Go get it.
When I find time.
I got the new 10. It's nice.
You got the 10? I got the 8.
Man, on the go all day.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
like I said, great show, and I appreciate everybody with the messages and calling in and the questions, because we don't have a show without you guys, and we appreciate everything you do.
Been in class all day.
Even
Daryl.
Yeah,
Even Daryl. We appreciate you, Daryl Martino, because you made this show a hell of a lot more fun.
I think we'll bring him back on the following week when we're in the studio.
Yeah, I think so. Now, guys, we're going to take off after next week, the holidays, right? And we'll be back on the 2nd. Is that correct?
We'll see how Sal Garcia wants me in Orlando Cars work. I think actually it would be better to see Sal Garcia in Orlando Cars Bar because they're about the same height.
Yeah, but Sal Garcia's had a shit ton of fights, man.
Sal Garcia's a bad little dude.
Sal Garcia is one of the best fighters in California history. Dude, he would hospitalize Orlando. Like, Orlando would be like, clear!
Let's see it.
Dude, you know what? Orlando would be in there with Dr. Sean Murphy.
Hey, hold on. We need what's that called again that Alicia wanted to do?
A threesome?
No. No, the fucking when she wanted to cover the fights for us.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we have her go cover fucking Sal Garcia and Orlando Carr, and then same time next week without you're fighting your brother, and we can put that fucking on.
I don't want Sal to hit on her. We gotta keep her away from him. No, but I personally think that Dr. Sean Murphy from The Good Doctor would be taking care of Orlando after that fight. You know what I mean?
I started watching that show because you guys told me.
It's a good show, isn't
Is
it?
it good?
It's a really
Did you
show.
catch up on all the seasons?
Yeah, Marjorie and I both like it.
It's good, isn't it? Dude, they don't give that kid any fucking respect, do they?
No.
You know, he says, you do not respect me.
You do not respect me.
The better he fucking does on his surgeries and keeping people alive, the more they want to send him to a psychiatrist.
Because he wants, and all the kid wants is surround sound.
Yeah, he just wants a big fucking TV.
Guy. I was like, when he bitch slapped him, he
Now,
like that. I was like,
Yeah.
The Asian guy, what sport did he play?
basketball. He was a basketball.
They never, were they trying to make him like Jeremy Lin?
Yao Ming.
He wasn't that tall.
Like Jeremy Lin, right? Jeremy Lin's like 6 foot.
It was Yao Ming.
Little Ming.
Tiny.
Yeah.
But I was wondering what
He
sport.
was supposed to-
Mini-
he was supposed to be a basketball
Hey.
player.
Oh, he's a
Mini-Me.
golfer.
Mini
Mini-Me.
Ming.
Oh, look, Pelos is watching.
Okay.
Hi, Pelos. We need to bring him on. You know Pelos, remember?
Tired of Palos.
BKB.
Oh yeah, I got to send you the link video. Palos Garcia.
Garcia from BKB. He's on here.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Pelos. Our producer's a super big fan of yours. So I said we'd bring you on so he could talk to you because he's a big fan of
Ask him when
BKB.
Mayweather's doing something with I want to know when it's going to be back on next.
Yeah, we gotta get Palos back on anyways. We gotta see
Hey,
what
let's
he's been
fucking
doing.
call him real quick.
With what?
My phone.
Yeah, I want to know when BKB's coming back on. I know.
Hold on, you can talk to him.
That was good.
Let's see if I can get a hold of him, guys. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
We'll see if you can get the questions on yours. Can you?
Get questions on yours.
You.
Palos.
Let me see if you're. I mean, I can pull it, I guess.
Here's Pelos right here.
He ain't gonna answer. He's gonna be too busy.
He's graduated college.
I know he's busy now.
No.
Man, moved down to Mexico, drink margaritas and bang senoritas.
Huh?
Palos. What's going on with you?
Must be up.
What's up?
Nothing. What are you doing?
How you doing?
I think maybe your case is too.
Hold on a minute. Give me 1 second. I'm fixing my case. Let me take my case off.
He needs 2 screwdrivers.
No, I don't. I need an old priest and a young
You need a
priest.
flathead and a Phillips.
I need an old priest and a young priest.
You know what?
An old priest and a young priest.
Got it.
Did you get it? Oh, hold on.
So what are you doing, dude?
Now talk. What's up, bro?
Give me a second. What's good, man? What's
Nothing.
going on with you guys? You guys, I think you guys got the show going on right now.
We do.
You guys
Yeah.
good? But
Hey, guys.
I'm looking for a tow truck.
Are you?
Yeah, buddy.
For those who don't know, Pelos was the BKB welterweight champion.
And he just graduated college, and unfortunately, his station wagon broke down.
No. My brother just got.
Yeah, Gorlo graduated.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
with his
I'm
bachelor's.
still going.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
and for some of the fans who don't know, he is also the nephew of Robert Garcia and Mikey. And
Yeah.
but hey, you're your own man. You got your own boxing career. Our producer is a big fan of yours. Actually,
Oh, really?
he loves the BKB. And when I told him, I know you, he was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, well, call him. He wants to ask you a question, Pelos.
Yeah. When is
Sounds good.
When's BKB coming back? When are they gonna? James said
What happened?
it got bought out.
What happened was that it was the BKB was being done by DirecTV. DirecTV got bought out by AT&T, and AT&T didn't want to go through with the BKB anymore.
Well, fuck AT&T. I'm switching to Verizon now.
He
That's
had
what
watched all of
happened.
them.
And, they were trying to do it. They were trying to get it back with AT&T, but they didn't want to go through with it, so they just
pretty much canceled everything. But it was doing great, man. The views and the views and the publicity they were giving was great, to be honest. And they paid a lot better than boxing, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. I loved 1 and 2. I was like, man, I was excited for it. Then it just vanished. I didn't know what the hell happened to it. I was like,
You guys have no idea how many fighters were hitting me up trying to get me to get them in there, you know?
Yeah. I bet you had all kind of new friends, didn't you?
Yeah, man. It was a good publicity, man. You know, they did a lot of networking and everything, and they put me on TV, you know. Pay-per-view and stuff, you know. It's pretty cool, you know. Not many people get to say they fought on pay-per-view.
Yeah. Hey, Pelos, you have a question by Franco Anthony.
You just asked that.
Why did they stop using the knuckles gloves?
Oh.
Why did they stop using the knuckle gloves in the BKB?
Why did they stop
using the knuckleless gloves? You know, remember the first ones had that opening in them? You remember that? And then they went to the little 6 ounces?
That was in New Hampshire, over there by New York.
Yeah.
So it was sanctioned over there, and that's why we when it first started, it was called bare knuckle boxing.
Okay.
And so we went over there and we fought over there, and it was literally 8-ounce glove with the opening on the knuckles.
Yeah.
And
did you ever use those?
Sanctioned over.
You want to title?
Yeah, I use them.
Streets.
I fought my first BKB fight in one of those. So
wow.
They didn't get sanctioned in Vegas, so that's why they changed it up to big knockout boxing.
Okay. And
but I was actually excited. I wanted to keep doing it bare knuckle because it was pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah, that Reno was amazing, wasn't it? With the ramp and stuff.
oh yeah, the ring was bad.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show our producer the we were in New York, and he was like, "Yeah, Palos." I said, "I got a great story with Palos," so I'm gonna have to show him that snake video.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. It would have kept going on, but they told me to stop. So.
Hey, that Roger had killed that snake.
You were fucking up Robert's car.
that Corolla.
Yeah,
the Corolla. Hey, but that snake Roger killed. It froze to death at his house because he's too.
I heard he fucking killed
You better
him.
answer these.
Yeah, because he's too cheap to turn the heat on. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Yeah, of course.
So, what did you think about the fight, Lomachenko Rigondeaux?
The weight was a big factor in the fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not only that, the age, you know, everything played a role in there. So I think that's why. Skill wise, I'm really big on Rigo, to be honest, and Lomachenko also. But I'm not sure. I think this time it was age caught up, and the weight mattered a lot.
I can see that.
It made a big difference.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Not to discredit Lomachenko because I really think he's a great fighter, but you know, it was 2 weight classes up. You know that Rigo had to go up. So
yeah.
I mean, we can't really say what if or anything like that. It's like saying him moving up 2 weight classes up and finding a guy that's been pound for pound for many years. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean.
True.
I don't know.
What do you think about now? What me and Kelly, we right after the fight, all we heard about was Lomachenko and Mikey. I mean, give the fucking guy a break, bro. You know, he just fucking fought. Now he hit Mikey for a fight with Lomachenko.
And Mikey didn't even know anything up.
Mikey said he didn't even know he was supposed to be fighting.
Well, also, guys, tell me if I'm not wrong, okay? Every time a fighter fights, a great fighter gets in the and he looks tremendous, okay? Right away, everyone's off to put him up with all these other fighters.
Yeah,
you know?
They don't give the guy a break.
Exactly. They don't, like you said, they don't give anybody a break. Right away, they're off to put him on with another fighter and try to match him up right away instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in reality, let's look at Mikey. Mike's the bigger man. It's like there's a lot of factors to be in. Also, like meaning Lomachenko is becoming a highest fighter right now for top rank.
Yeah.
The risk and the rewards, it's not too good for them, you know?
Yeah.
If they were to put him up against Mikey beats him, that's it. You know what I mean? Like for Lomachenko.
You know, so the risk is not. If it gets done, I think it'll be.
Could be
done later on.
It could be vice versa too. On Mikey's part, being that Lomachenko's later.
Yeah, but Mikey is independent. It's not hurting nobody. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It is a big risk.
It wouldn't take that fight. They wouldn't risk that. Why would they risk a prize fighter? You know, when Bob Arum is comparing Lomachenko to Muhammad Ali and saying he's the next best thing, there's no way Bob Arum is going to risk him against Mikey.
Not right now.
Not right now.
It's not gonna. Exactly.
He'll do it when he gets towards the end, you know what I mean? And he sees there's a little bit of slowing down. He needs to squeeze a few bucks
and also,
out.
though, with this ESPN, I mean, they're pretty, what do you call that, set, I don't want to say, financially with this deal that they got with ESPN. But I honestly, I don't know about that, you know, as far as setting Lomachenko up with a Mikey Garcia or taking a chance. Lomachenko, you got to understand that they're fighting him in a 4,000-seat arena and on ESPN in these big fights because outside of the main boxing people, as of right now, it's not, you know, he could cross over with boxing, but I don't think he's that big of a draw. I mean, I understand the Rangers had a hockey game, that's why they didn't use the big arena, but you also got to remember the fight before, or the one we went to against Sosa was in Washington, D.C. in the same size arena.
Yep.
So maybe at that point also, how much money is being generated?
And when Mikey fought, we were in Brooklyn when Mikey fought Broner, and he sold the 20,000 place out, 20,000 seat arena out, right?
Ooh.
Mikey and Broner.
Yeah. Barclays Center.
Center, yeah. Brooklyn, they sold that out.
Well, Mikey's name is big. It's huge.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a whole country behind him. Not just that. Americans too, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a whole country plus Americans. Lomachenko, he's a great fighter, and he's becoming a household name slowly.
Yeah.
A lot more than what Mikey did, you know.
Yeah.
So
but you know, right there's a good point you're making. That might be a reason why that fight would possibly get made because it could be a big payday through just with the gate.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
eventually. But it's in the end of the day, it's gonna be. Are you gonna Bob Arum? Is Bob Arum going to risk his prize fighter to losing? No, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah, but I mean I understand what you're saying, Palos. I do, but I'm just looking at other things too, like who else is he really going to fight, and how much money is going to be behind that fight.
Oh, they'll find somebody. They'll rank somebody to get him up there.
But that for fans, for fans, we're going to generate money at the gate through TV. You know, eventually.
This ESPN, they generate through advertising.
No, I understand. ESPN pays money, but it's still. All right. Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is. That fight may stand a good chance of being made probably year and a half.
What, they have 860,000 viewers for this fight?
I didn't see the numbers on the ratings.
They said they beat them like they killed UFC's numbers this past week. This fight did.
Yeah.
So how's your gym going, Pelos? How's everything going with your gym? You're working out.
Yeah, everything's good. Just school, man. I just been focusing a lot on school, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's my main focus right now. Just school and the clients that I have here, you know, I train and stuff. It's how I my job, you know.
Yeah.
So nothing crazy right now. Nothing crazy. I'm calming down on a lot of things. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though, man. That's good shit though. We're proud of you, buddy.
We are. We're proud of you. You know.
Hey, Palos, I got a question. I asked you, but a fan of the show and a guy who was always on, Daniel Perro, he wants to know, who do you see Mikey fighting next? I think we already touched on it, but we'll see what you think.
I heard some names. I'm not going to throw them out there, but I heard some names.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I said I've heard a few too, so yeah.
Well, I heard some of the grapevine, so I heard some names. I'm not going to throw them out there, but it should be a good fight for Mikey. I think at the end of the day, Mikey's looking at things a lot more about business now.
Yeah.
So, like example, the Leonidas. I remember even reading about it about Leonidas, how it fell through because They didn't really want to pay Mikey what he wanted. Plus, they wanted to get him into like a 2-3-5 contract deal.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm assuming Mikey is going that route, the business route, meaning he wants to stay independent and not commit to anybody.
Yeah.
So the fight that he's going to be taking now, I'm assuming are one fight deals, and the fight that I heard he's be fighting, it should be a good fight for him. It should be a good name.
Yeah.
But not a draw like Broner.
No, I'm hearing. I was hearing Figueroa or Lipinets.
And who?
Lipinets from England. And
okay.
And I heard Omar Figueroa.
I heard a few of those. I heard a few of those too.
Yeah.
We got Danny Demari Jackson. Demari Jackson said Crawford is the man. Mikey don't want it. He will get KO'd like Hearns did Duran.
That's what they've been
Like
saying.
the best of the best.
That's what they said for years.
You know what's funny about that is that about Crawford is that I was younger obviously when I fought Crawford in the amateurs, and I get it. The amateurs are different, you know. I get it. They're different than the pros.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when I fought Crawford, I was counter punching him, and that's how I was beating him in the amateurs. Which was interesting because that's what he does, you know?
Yeah.
So I was beating him at his own game, you know? Which, you know, that's why I'm even myself, I would be curious to know how Mikey was fighting, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it'd be a great fight. It's not the amateurs anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think.
Well, a lot of people don't know Crawford got knocked the fuck out by Gary Russell Jr. in his time. Yeah. In Colorado. Dude, I'm telling you, this came from Todd Harlan, who had passed, but it's even on YouTube. They talked about it. He got knocked out sparring and was draped over the rope, and then they got into a street fight after, and Russell knocked him out again in a street fight.
Really? What the?
Right on. Look it up on YouTube. It's right there on YouTube where Todd Harlan talked about it because he was there.
Well, who was the guy that rocked? Gamboa rocked Crawford, right? A little bit. Yeah, he rocked him a little bit. So he's vulnerable. You know, he's got to get caught. You know, Mikey has that power.
Yeah.
The speed, he's got the. You know, Mikey's slick. That's the thing about Mikey. Mikey's slick. It's not
credit for it though.
You can't say he's got Mayweather speed, but he's very slick and he's very accurate. So I love to see that fight personally, to be honest.
Yeah, and you know, me and Kelly were talking about this. I wonder if you agree with us. Big lateral movements in the ring is not footwork. That's not fancy footwork. Great footwork is being able to move out of the way of a punch and be able to counter effectively without being hit. Okay. That's great footwork.
Well, can I comment?
And that's what Mikey does.
I want to comment on that. Yeah, and I agree. Palos, tell me if you agree. That the flashy footwork, that's what the people that really don't know boxing that much. That's what they think it is. You know, they go, "Oh man, that guy's fucking good. You got footwork."
Yeah,
footwork. Right. Some of the best guys, Hopkins. The guy like Mikey Garcia, Spadafora, Lomachenko. Lomachenko is not a mover. Lomachenko is in your chest in fights. I mean, he moves obviously, but what I'm saying,
he smothers you.
Yeah, he's not all over the place.
He doesn't make big movements,
and everything is those little footsteps where you place that foot and put it in the right spot at the right time, and being able to back out of the way for a half step from a punch, being in the range to counter back and make them pay for missing. That is footwork. That is phenomenal footwork. And Mikey Garcia does that. Bernard Hopkins was not a flashy defensive fighter at all, by no means.
No, James Toney did it.
But Bernard Hopkins made that move at the right time, and he would jump in when you were getting ready to punch, and he would smother it and grab you. Or he would step back, you know. Mikey does the same thing. Mikey puts himself in position to counter and hurt you with a counter punch or set up other punches. So, yeah, I mean, like me and James were saying, fancy footwork to me is actually not good footwork. Yes, you get away from the punch, but what are you scoring? You're out of range.
Yeah. Well, like people would say, Pernell Whitaker was amazing. I said, but how often did he counter?
Yeah. Was that
being flashy unnecessary, to be honest.
Unnecessary movement.
Yeah, I mean, if you could afford the energy, the whole 8, 10, 12 rounds, then okay. But to be honest, being flashy is unnecessary. Not only that, what you said right now about the footwork, and I think it all has to do also with your IQ in the ring.
Yeah.
You know? Look at Mikey, very smart. He doesn't have to do much or look flashy to get away from the punches. All he has to do is calculate everything, you know.
Well, and then we were watching. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And it doesn't seem like he's got crazy footwork. He knows how to calculate everything. Same with Mayweather. Even Mayweather, he's not very
flashy
or anything. You know, literally like what's his name is flashy. Broner.
Yeah.
But you know, Mayweather's not flashy and he's got good footwork. You know, just because he's the IQ level. You know.
Yeah.
Lomachenko, he's just an athlete. The way I see Lomachenko, I see him more of an athlete. Just very overall complete fighter. You know, and more of an athlete. And that's why he can move and he can afford all those punches because that's how he trains, you know. But to be honest, he just smothers everybody. I think all the fighters, he just smothers them, and the fighters don't know how to react to that.
Yeah, well, during the Lomachenko-Rigo fight, they weren't pawing at each other, catching their distance. And I told Kelly, I said, Kelly, look at that. I said, they're using their feet to get their distance. They're not using their hands.
Yeah.
They're finding their. I said, that's a true definition of a master when they can use their feet to find range. Yeah, and Mikey does that. You never see Mikey paw.
Oh, you got another one there.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Lyers on Crawford?
If he fought Rico, what do you think Mikey would do to Rico?
Danny Jack says Crawford haters. Lyers on Crawford. Always looking for someone to bring against a brother. So we're racist again. Loma isn't all that. Rousey, Connor, when he move up, he'll fail. Mike will be like Danny when he fights the A-list spy haters. Well, Danny, you can go online and look, because I'm not saying anything that's not been posted on YouTube. And we don't have any trouble with black fighters. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a simple fact.
Yeah, actually, Jay's had Crawford #1 pound for pound.
I have Crawford #1 for pound right now. Over Lomachenko.
Yeah,
dude,
you're the racist.
What the fuck is...
Oh, and then Pelos has something against him because he had to fight him in the amateurs, right? You beat him in the amateurs.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? Like... Oh my god!
But yeah, it's just part of it. But you know, Pelos, like I said, man, we love having you on. We're proud of you, and you know, and we want you on here all the time.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, boy. We'll holler at you. And
thanks for coming on last minute. But I thought with Justin over here loving the BKB, that talking to you would be great for him because he was excited to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah, he's all right for. I mean, Justin's kind of cool. I mean, what made him really cool was the fact that he's a fan of you, so we accept him now.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. It's cool. No problem.
All right, tell your brothers and your sister and your mom I said hi, and tell the kids I said hi and everything. Give them my love, and we'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right, my man. All right, Kelly. All right.
All right, man. Well, that's a good show. We had a couple. We're racist again, but it's all right. Bye, haters.
I'm telling me to stop. I didn't say anything.
He said, Kelly, stop it.
I didn't say anything. I wasn't. You were the one that commented.
I was a comment. I even had Crawford #1 on my pound for pound list.
I said that.
And just asked. No, Pelos beat him in the amateurs, and we gave our opinion that. No, I didn't say Mikey was going to beat Crawford. That's not what I ever said. I said that it'd be a good fight.
It would. And Pelos broke down why.
Yep.
Because of the countering.
But, whatever. He's entitled to his own opinion. But it's funny. I say something, you get the blame.
I know. It's funny, man.
It's fucked up because you didn't say anything.
That's funny.
I said, Kelly. Oh, my God. Some of your favorite fighters are guys that you've actually fought, like Hopkins and all that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But, no, but anyways.
Hey, guys, it was great having a show. We can talk one-on-one. For what?
Who?
That Danny wants to talk to you one-on-one.
You want to talk to me or you?
You, I guess. I'm nobody. Why the fuck do you want to talk to me?
I ain't talking to no fucking buddy.
You can mushroom stand.
Yeah.
Fucking...
But yeah, so next week we will be in the gym doing a Technique Tuesday.
He said didn't blame Kelly.
Yeah, Technique Tuesday. Then also on top of that, we're gonna be doing the Russian Cuban style.
The Russian Cuban style.
And then the
beating is gonna take place.
What did David call it? Felony fight.
Felony fights. I'm not a felon. He is.
Yeah.
Dude, I am going to whoop his ass. Didn't blame blame Kelly and
I mean,
Boxable.
I mean,
Danny the groupie.
I mean, Dan, I mean, what we're saying, I guess we're listening to what you're saying, and what James was saying. James had Crawford #1 on his
pound for pound.
And but he was saying because of how style, like they say, styles make fights. He was saying that Garcia has a style that could give Crawford problems. He didn't say Mikey would beat Crawford, so that's kind of where we're going on that.
You have two counter punchers fighting. You're going to make a great fight or a boring fight. That's all you're going to do.
It would be a tactical fight.
They fight a lot alike.
Then again, we thought that the Rigondeaux Lomo fight was going to be very tactical, and
it was in its own way, but it didn't last long.
So, but so again, the next week and then the following week we'll be back in studio. Everything's up in the air actually. Let's see how it goes because the holidays are coming up. We may take the break.
1 week, take a week off.
Yeah, we'll keep everybody posted on what's going on. We got some new ideas for the show, and then we'll let everybody know. We got to find out first. So, but then again,
ask Al Heyman if I'm a groupie. Why would I care what Al Heyman thinks?
But yeah, we'll talk to you guys and stay tuned to the punchline.
Guys, throwing out names like.